In front will feature Austin Erdman, Daquan McCobb, Joel Halverson. Their linebacker core will feature Marquise Alexander, Jimmy Bates, Nico Marasco, Tyler Hopp. Ejon Works and Tyler Dennis will be the corners. McCoy Akil and Will Strickland will be the safeties for the Waldorf University Warriors. And 5-1 overall this season, 1-0 in the North Star, number 24 in the nation, coached by head coach Will Finley. So that has been the offensive starters for Mayville State. The defensive starters for Waldorf. Our starting lineup brought to you by Franzen Bank and Trust. Again, a big storyline to watch for in this game will be the Comets' ability to get some sort of a running game going. Their offensive numbers on the ground have not been particularly strong this season. Their ability to move the football is there. They are averaging a good amount of yards per game. Last week, 507 yards in a losing effort, a high-scoring game against Iowa Wesleyan. In fact, you look at their numbers overall. They started out the year with a 55-14 loss against Roosevelt University out of Chicago, a very tough football program. But then they scored 24 in a win against, or 31 again, win against Stevens Point. Nebraska Wesleyan, they score 55, 28 against Presentation, even 38 last week in their loss. So their offense is able to score, but when you can't run the football, it really limits what you can do, and it makes the work a little bit easier on your opposing defense. So that is something that they're going to have to establish against a tough team like this Waldorf University Warriors. This is our Area Community Credit Union pregame show. Mayville State Comets football on KNOX. Let's take another break. We'll be back with more.
Residents of the Midwest are known for being self-starters and getting the job done.
2 minutes
when
here.
it comes to electrical,
Okay, got it.
call a professional. Hi, this is Steve from Bergstrom Electric. It's true that there's a certain glory to accomplishing a task on your own, but it's our experience that not only will save you time, but also the headaches that go along with home improvement projects. A simple phone call to Bergstrom Electric can make all the difference. At Bergstrom Electric, the light does shine brighter.
American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your career advancement. We're hiring full-time, year-round positions now with great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. Hey, apply online today.
Take your hunting season to the next level with an Argo ATV from Crown Auto Sales and Power Sports. Argo ATVs are priced to sell with full blowout discounts and easy financing. Get your Argo ATV today at Crown Auto Sales and Power Sports, just west of Pizza Ranch in Grand Forks.
Call Absolute Refrigeration at 787-1200 for all things commercial refrigeration, from new store builds to remodels to ice machine cleaning and repair. Absolute Refrigeration has you covered. Absolute Refrigeration, when staying cool absolutely matters. High Plains Water of Grand Forks will improve your quality of life, from softer skin, clothes, and more luxurious hair. Treat yourself to a water softener from High Plains. 416 Gateway Drive or online at highplainswater.com.
At the lake, trips and summer activities are coming to an end. During all the fun, you forgot one thing, the wife. Hello, this is Chad with RBB Electric. The honey-do list gets super long this time of year, and if you don't get projects done, you can bet that your wife will have your quirky cousin Andrew over to start the project, and he will never get it finished. So if a remodel, lighting,
10 seconds.
system is on your honey-do list, we can start the job from beginning to end. RBB Electric with offices in Grand Forks, Fargo, Foston, and Crookston.
And we're back, wrapping up our Area Community Credit Union pregame show. Mayville State against Waldorf here in homecoming. As everyone on the line getting ready for the national anthem, we'll have you set up for kickoff coming up when we return. We'll be back here on KNOX.
Farming requires well-built equipment, Kubota equipment that's proven for over a century. Tractors that are adaptable and versatile. Hay tools backed by a 2-year warranty. Sidekick and RTV utility vehicles where durability
How much time you want on this?
meets speed. Productive, wheel,
You can
and
just keep
track
playing
skid
ads, I'll let you
steers
know.
for the most demanding projects. To see the full line of quality Kubota equipment, visit Acme Equipment on Gateway Drive, Grand Forks, and ask for a free demo.
Since 1957, Nichols Tillage Tools have set the bar high for tillage tools, and we are happy to offer them at Spray Advantage. Hello, this is Drew with Spray Advantage. Now is the time to replace your discs, chisels, and fertilizer knives on your farm tillage units. Also, don't forget, if you are upgrading your anhydrous systems, we carry coolers, manifolds, and hose to keep those systems going too. So stop out to Spray Advantage now to get all the parts you need for your tillage and anhydrous systems on your farm running with maximum efficiency. Spray Advantage of Grand Forks. Everything you need for tillage and anhydrous accessories on your farm.
How well do you know your personal health scoreboard? Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin, including keeping track of your blood pressure, cholesterol, and more. Know your numbers. To schedule an appointment, visit altru.org or call 701-780-5000. Hugo's helps. Purchase private label products at your favorite Hugo's and save the UPC, and you can earn cash for your school or nonprofit. Labels like Essential Everyday, Wild Harvest, Super Chill, and more. For more information, log on to gohugos.com.
It may be fall, but there's plenty of mowing left to do. Crown Auto Sales and Power Sports has an awesome selection of Spartan zero-turn lawnmowers. Available at fall blowout discounts with easy financing. Crown Auto Sales and Power Sports, just west of Pizza Ranch in Grand Forks.
Call Absolute Refrigeration at 787-1200 for all things commercial refrigeration. From new store builds to remodels to ice machine.
Okay, come back, and it's already 7 seconds.
Covered. Absolute Refrigeration. When staying cool absolutely matters.
And we're back out here at Mayville State University at Jerome Berg Field. The Mayville State Comets taking on the Waldorf Warriors. North Star football action here, homecoming for the Comets, and they have their captains out on their near sideline. Waldorf out on their sideline as they're getting ready for the coin toss, and we'll figure out how this game will begin as we have just a few minutes left on that clock to run down here. Mayville State, 500 on the season, 0-1 in the conference. Again, the conference schedule just feels so much shorter with just the one meeting counting between these two teams, but they've already played two teams rather out of the North Star, Dickinson being one of them. A loss there. They'll play Dickinson second to last game of the season for this Comets football team. So the coin toss. Mayville State has won the coin toss. They will defer to the second half. And they're deciding what side of the field each team will receive on. The Comets will be on our right. To our left will be the Waldorf University Warriors as they now making their way out over to their near sidelines. Last season meeting with these two teams, actually for Waldorf, it was back-to-back meetings against the Comets. They played them, had the bye week, came back to play them for the second time this season. But it was Waldorf getting the win both times, 52-21 and 39-13. So last season belonged to the Warriors in the two meetings between these two teams. Just a few more seconds for these teams to get set to go. The officials having their meeting at the Mayville State Comet logo in the center of this turf field, this relatively new turf field here at Jerome Berg Field. And a lot of renovations have happened at this field over the last 3 or 4 years, enough for them to get the opportunity, and they're hoping that this is a main opportunity, and I've enjoyed coming out here and watching it the first year they did it. But the Shrine Bowl, the high school all-star game, the 9-man, 11-man games held here this past summer, a good showing, a good reception. Of course, you got plenty of room out here at Jerome Berg for fans to tailgate, to get food, to enjoy themselves. So they're hoping with these renovations they'll continue to present these opportunities to showcase what Jerome Berg Field has. Also this last spring, they hosted one of the region softball tournaments as well. Their softball team sharing this field. So the Comets will kick the ball off to Waldorf. Warriors on our left, Comets on our right. 15 minutes goes up on our scoreboard. We are set to go here for quarter number one, and here comes the kickoff, and this one is grabbed at about the 15-yard line, and Waldorf looking for a decent-sized return as the ball was into the hands of Detarian Borens, the freshman from Texas, brings this one past the 30-yard line, and now the offense will come out on the field for the Warriors. Jordan Cooper, their junior quarterback, 1,200 passing yards this season, actually on the cusp of 1,300 to start out this 2022 season, 90 away going into this afternoon's contest. Waldorf looking like they're ready to air this one out. They will have 3 receivers on the near side, lone receiver on the far side. 1st and 10 from their 34-yard line. Jordan Cooper comes out to an empty backfield. Some adjustments from the defense. From the Comets, here comes the snap, and Cooper on the run, and he'll keep the legs churning as he meets contact at the line of scrimmage, extends it to the 39-yard line. So right out of the gate, Jordan Cooper, 5 yards rushing and a 2nd down and 5. Cooper has not been too shabby. He's their lead rusher on the ground, 42 carries, 275 yards, 3 touchdowns. Make that now 43 carries and 280 yards. He'll bring up a 2nd down and 5. The Comets adjusting their defense rather again. This time will be a player in the backfield, and Molesi to the right of the quarterback, Cooper. Cooper, the snap, will go to his running back, and this will be a pickup of 3. Rather, that was Tay Buchanan with the carry. And Buchanan will pick up about another 1 or 2 yards, and it brings up a 3rd down and 3. We'll see where the spot comes from the official. 3rd and 1. So 3rd down and 1. This ball up to the 43-yard line, opening drive for the Waldorf University Warriors. The Warriors have kept this one on the ground, though they have that ability to pass, and it will be Buchanan in the backfield again next to the right of Cooper. 1 receiver far side, 1 on the near side. He'll go to Buchanan, who will charge this one up the middle and may have a few yards on this pickup. He will pick up that 1st down.
Harper on the run.
And rather, that was Javante Harper. It was 2, not 22, but either way, a 1st down coming for Waldorf. They pick up 12 yards on this opening drive. Throw towards the flat on a 1st down. This one will connect with Seth Oakes, who extends it up to the 40-yard line. So the first passing play of the game results in a 1st down for the Waldorf Warriors. So the Warriors are marching this ball upfield on the opening drive. They are in plus territory. Now a 1st and 10 at Mayville State's 40-yard line. Cooper out of the pistol. We'll have 2 beside him in the backfield here on a 1st down. It will be a handoff. He goes to Buchanan around the inside, and Buchanan is wrapped down and brought down. I believe it's Anthony Johnson who will make the tackle. Actually, it was Bailey Mullenberg who will make the stop.
Brings up a 2nd and 7.
And it was a 3-yard pickup, a 2nd down and 7. 2 1st downs on this opening drive for Waldorf. 16 rushing yards. They have marched this one upfield to a 2nd down and 7 at the 37 of Mayville State. 3 receivers left side, 1 near side. And it looks like Harper in the backfield for Cooper. Strike that is Molesi with the ball, and he'll get a handoff, and he will pick up about 3 on the carry and brings up a 3rd down. About a 3rd down and 3. It was Demetrius Winters, the junior end, who was able to get the stop on the play. 3rd down and 2. Waldorf looking for their 3rd 1st down of this drive. Then they try to open up scoring here against the Mayville State Comets on homecoming. Huntley, the receiver far side. 1 near side receiver, Malik Adams. Jordan Cooper will come up to the line of scrimmage. He'll take the step back. Tay Buchanan, the tailback behind him, will pitch it to Buchanan on the outside. Buchanan finds an edge at the 30, extends it to about the 26-yard line. Buchanan will pick up 6 yards and will get the 1st down. As Waldorf continuing to move the ball upfield, the Warriors, the number 24 ranked team in the nation, has a 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line of Mayville State. On the doorstep of that RBB Electric red zone. 1 receiver out on either side. Extra blocker in the backfield comes for Jordan Cooper. Calls for the snap. This one will go to Buchanan. And Buchanan is brought down. It may be a loss as Anthony Johnson, the linebacker, found his way through to get the tackle of the running back. And they will say it is just a yard. So 2nd down and 9. This has been the shortest gain we have seen for Waldorf. They're averaging 4 yards a rush, 13 yards a reception, and this one just held them to 1. Trips left, 1 near side receiver. Leslie will be the tailback, as out of the pistol is Cooper. Cooper looking for the hard count. Snap comes. Play action. Takes a shot towards the end zone, and this one caught, and it's going to be a touchdown. Malik Adams will make the catch on the near sideline. He is into the end zone, his 7th touchdown of the season. And the Warriors score on the opening drive. They will take a 6-0 lead. And the extra point attempt from Connor Parker coming up. A 65-yard scoring drive for Waldorf University ends with Malik Adams scoring his 7th touchdown of the season. And here comes Cooper Parker. His extra point is good. 7-0. Waldorf leads here in Mayville. The Comets will get their first shot of offense when we return. You're listening to Mayville State Comet football on the Walls Medical Center Sports Network on KNOX. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Hello?
Yeah, is your refrigerator running?
Not again.
Because it should be.
Keep your refrigerator and all your appliances running like new with the help of Bud & Ralph's Appliance Service. Bud & Ralph's has been making house calls in the greater Grand Forks area since 1986.
You remember where you got your first pair of skates as a kid? For most of us in the Grand Cities, it was Jarrell's and Hockey World on South Washington. After you learned to skate, back to Jarrell's to get your first stick and a puck, then all your pads, top to bottom. Jarrell's and Hockey World, 1004 South Washington, Grand Forks.
Franzen Bank and Trust is a financial resource for all types of businesses. They have all the loan programs, including SBA, deposit products, and treasury management. See what Franzen Bank can do for you. Call 780-7700 or franzenbank.com.
Kickoff off the foot of
Landry Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing. We have provided dependable and guaranteed services since 1935. Comfort without compromise, backed by our 100% satisfaction.
Okay, here's your 10 seconds now.
Visit govalandrys.com, and you too can have the Valandry advantage too.
Well, kickoff came off the foot of Connor Parker. The Comets able to return this one past their 35-yard line, strike that exactly at their 35-yard line. Comets trail 7-0. It was Malik Adams scoring the first touchdown of the game as Waldorf scoring on their opening drive. The Comets offense will come out here. Tim Salmon, their quarterback, will lead the charge as it's 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Cole Dukert is tailed back behind him. They'll start from their 35-yard line, and Salmon calls for the snap. Will call for Dukert to his right. He'll look to pass. Throws this one up the middle, and it's through the hands of the intended receiver, Malik Flowers, and an incompletion. Flowers was open up the middle, and that one just grazed his hand. Incompletion. 10-10 to go. Our first quarter just underway out here at Jerome Berg Field. In 1 of 3 North Star games being played today in the second week of conference play. There'll be 1 receiver out on either side. Salmon awaits for the snap for the sophomore quarterback from Wisconsin. Snap comes, Dukert the handoff, and he will come up the middle, finds a crease, and is taken down at the 41-yard line. Dukert will get 6 yards, a third down at 4. But a good start to the running offense in their first attempt for Mayville State. Again, running has not been their strong suit this season, averaging 78 rushing yards a game. Comets setting their offense, 3rd down and 4. They're at their 41. 2 far side receivers, 3 on the near side. Salmon will have an empty backfield. A little bit conservative on the defensive side for Waldorf, trying to prevent that big play. Now a man gets set in motion, and Chance Danner. He'll wind up in the slot near side. Snap comes to Salmon, looks up the middle. Will roll out to the near side, tries to find an open receiver. Everyone seemingly covered, and his line seemingly give him a big amount of time, and he will come to the near sideline, runs up for a first down, and he will be stopped. Kenson Handel was able to drop the shoulder on Tim Salmon, who decided to run late, but they're going to say the progress was stopped past the first down marker, so it will be a first down coming for the Comets. But Salmon had a whole bunch of time to set up that play, and ultimately is able to get the first down on the leg. So a 1st and 10, Comets at their own 46-yard line, down 7-0, under 9 to go in the first quarter. Comets football here this afternoon on KNOX. Homecoming for Mayville State. They have not completed a pass yet, as it's a running play. Duker is able to find a crease. The defense wraps him around, but he'll get about 3 yards on that carry before being brought down by Jimmy Bates, the linebacker. It was a Marquise Alexander, Jimmy Bates in on that stop. They'll give him 3 yards, and it's a 2nd down and 7. Flowers will be a receiver on the far side along with Reese Smith, one lone receiver lining up on the near side, and Josh Portillo is out of the pistol will be Tim Salmon. Dukert will remain behind him as the tailback. 2nd down and 7 at the 49-yard line. Comets on this next play could put themselves in plus territory. It'll be a handoff, and this one will be about 3 yards on the pickup. Actually, it'll be a little bit more generous, maybe about 5 yards on that pickup, and a 3rd down and 2. Dukert with the run, a 3rd down and 3. So for a team that hasn't run well coming to this one, that's his 3rd carry, 13 yards. Comets at the 47 now of Waldorf. Time continues to move as we're winding down here to end our winding down here in our first quarter. Still plenty of time, about halfway through this quarter. 3rd down and 3 from the 37. Long count comes. Sam on the snap, drops his shoulder to pass, now rolls out to the far side. He's getting pressure, throws on the run, and this one incomplete. Chas Danner had it in his hands, but the tight end lost it as he was falling out of bounds, so he didn't complete the play with the ball in his hand. And it looks like the Comets are going to want to punt here, as we're seeing a lot of movement coming from the near sideline. Of course, they have not yet committed to the punt, and now we're seeing the offensive unit staying out there. Flowers and Smith on the far side. 2 near side receivers on a 4th down and 3, down 7-0. Mayville will go for it here at the 47 of Waldorf. Salmon comes back on the snap. Salmon up the middle will connect. Danner with the football down at the 40. So Chance Danner didn't have the initial catch to get the 1st down, but gets it on a 4th down conversion, and the Comets will remain in control of the football. A 1st and 10 at Waldorf's 39-yard line. It's been a mix of the run. It has been in the air. It has been moved around by the Comets. Elijah Roundtree, near side receiver. Reese Smith on the far side. Tight end will be Chance Danner on the far side of the line. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Snap comes. Duker at the handoff. A little move to the right will get him about a yard or 2 before being stopped by Joe Halverson, the senior defensive end for Waldorf. He'll get 2, 2nd down and 8. Comets right now averaging just over 4.5 yards a carry. Smith on the far side, Roundtree, the near side receiver. Salmon comes to the line, will drop back. Danner, the tight end, will line up to the right of his quarterback. Duker, the tailback. He'll now call for Danner to move out to the slot. And Danner will get a throw. It's underthrown, almost intercepted. Edjuan Works dove for the football, and that one just went under him, and so he was able to trap it, but it will not be the interception. We'll stop time with 6:06 to go first quarter. 3rd down and 8, Comets, and they will rotate personnel. Portillo will come out to be a slot receiver. Malik Flowers will come out. They'll get their play from the near sideline. Homecoming for the Comets, down 7-0. Waldorf scoring on the opening drive of the game. Mayville trying to respond back. Trips right, 2 on the near side. Empty backfield for the Comets and some movement on the line. And Waldorf pointing all over the line for Mayville State. And the Comets looking like they're going to lose some yards as the officials will discuss the call before we get the announcement.
Full start. 62, the out. 5-yard penalty. Remain. 3rd down.
Garrett Jamison, the tackle called for the false start, so now a 3rd down and 13 for Mayville State, facing some adversity on this drive, trying to respond back after falling behind 7-0. 6:06 left first quarter. Empty backfield coming for the Comets offense. 2 near side receivers, 3 on the far side. Some movement from the linebacker core for Mayville State. Now a man set in motion and Chance Danner. He'll line him on the slot right side. Snap comes. Solomon throws, tries to connect to Danner, and this one knocked away, and it was grabbed by a fallen Warriors player, but it will be an incompletion as it was tipped. And Ladarian Henson grabbed it, but the officials say it touched the ground before it went down, and now a 4th down and 13. Comets have already gone for it on a 4th down. They were able to complete it. As a team this season, they are 50% on 4th downs, but yeah, they're going to go for it here again, 4th down and 13. Dukert in the backfield, and now dropping back. Salmon comes back, and it's going to be a punt. They were trying to run a quick punt, and some early movement coming from Mayville State, and they're going to lose some yards. I believe we're going to see a false start being called. Back-to-back false starts called against the Comets on this drive, so they were trying to run a trick play. Tim Salmon was going to punt the football. Instead, they will get bumped back. It'll be a 4th down and 18, and now they will punt as Seth Oakes to return the punt. Caden Johnson will do the punting for Mayville State. So the Comets' first drive, they're able to pick up a couple first downs, but they stall out at the 47-yard line. They'll now flip the field with just under 6 to play in the quarter. This one is off, and Oakes will grab it at the 20, loses his footing. He is down, so a 1st and 10 at the 20 for Waldorf's offense. You're listening to coverage of the Mayville State Comets football team on the Reverts Turf and Forage Sports Network, a specialized seed company in Grand Forks. Visit them at reverts.com. Waldorf, again, mixing it up with their offense. It was Malik Adams who wound up in the end zone. 1st and 10. Warriors at their own 21-yard line. And it'll be a quick handoff and a run attempt. And it looks like it'll be a 1st down and then some. As it's Buchanan with the football. He veers to the far side of the field. Finally gets forced out at Mayville State's 45-yard line. So that one, a 35-yard run. And a 1st down comes for Waldorf. And they will be put down at the 40 of Mayville State. So Tay Buchanan, the junior running back, with the big play here, 1st and 10 at the 40. He will remain in the backfield. Snap comes, and it will be a handoff to Buchanan again, this time just a small crease, and he is upended and stopped by Anthony Johnson and a whole gang of Comets. And maybe about a gain of 2 or 3. It'll be 2, a 2nd down and 8, ball to the 38-yard line. Waldorf trying to take a 14-0 advantage as we approach 5 to go in the first quarter here at Jerome Berg Field. 3 receivers will find their way over on the near side for Waldorf, 1 on the far side. Malisi will be the tailback. He will line up to the right side of quarterback Jordan Cooper. And the handoff, Malisi will get it, and he will get about 5 on the carry and a 3rd down and 5.
Tackle made by number 23, Richard Sheldon.
So Waldorf moving the football. They'll wind up at the 35 of Mayville State. And the Commons offense looked good on their first offensive series. It's just a matter of miscues. That false start really stifling their offense, forcing them to punt. Here comes a handoff. It's Buchanan. Buchanan is stopped in the backfield, and it may be for a loss. It's Gavin Williams with the stop. I believe Will Flemings also went on that play. And a 4th down and 6. Waldorf indicating they will try to go for it here on a 4th down and 6. They're at the 36 of Mayville State. We saw the Comets try a fake punt of their own, or try to initiate a punt to an empty backfield. Snap will come to Jordan Cooper, and Cooper throws it up the middle, incomplete, so a turnover on downs. The Comets will get the football on their 36-yard line. 3:31 to go in the first quarter. Thanks for joining us here. Our coverage of Mayville State football on KNOX. Joel Morgan with you on this Saturday afternoon. You're listening to us on the Walls Medical Center Sports Network, your vaccine headquarters in Grand Forks. Comets on that opening drive. 20 rushing yards. A team that averages 78, so a good start to their offense. Let's see if they can finish this drive here. Tim Salmon awaits for the snap. Dukert, the tailback to his left. Two receivers far side, one on the near side. It'll be a running play. And actually, it was Mason Ullman in the backfield. And Ullman will get about 7 on that run. So his first carry, big positive yards coming for the Mayville State Comets. This will be about a 2nd down and 3, 2nd down and 7. Will be a 2nd down and 3. So Mason Ullman, the sophomore running back from Silver Bay, Minnesota, 7 yards on that pickup. Clock continues to move as we get to 3 minutes remaining in this first quarter. Two far side receivers, one on the near side. Salmon about 3 or 4 yards behind his center. Jeremy Hunt will call for his tailback to come to his left. It's Ullman blocking a rifle up the middle, and it's through the hands of Fertillo, the intended receiver. And incompletion and a 3rd down and 3. That was... Portillo was going to be the man on that play no matter what. It was going to be a quick throw, and he was right where he needed to be. That pass just not in sync with his steps. Stopped with 2:48 left in the first quarter. Reese Smith on the far side. One receiver on the near side. Make that 2 receivers on the near side. I believe that's Flowers and Portillo, the near side receiver. It'll be 3 far side now as the formation changes. Tim Salmon will have an empty backfield on a 3rd down and 3. Comets at their own 43-yard line. The quarterback checks around, rolls out to the near side, has open field. He's going to tuck and run. He'll get a 1st down. It is forced out at the 49-yard line as he was corralled to the near sideline by Tyler Hopp, and a 1st down for Mayville. And the game looks a little different when you can bring that run option in, and Waldorf has struggled with 2 big keepers from Tim Salmon as it's a Tim Salmon rather on those runs, a 1st and 10 ball right at the midfield mark. 2 minutes, 20 seconds and counting left in the first quarter. Waldorf leads Mayville State 7-0. The Warriors scoring on their first offensive series. Salmon awaits for the snap. Will be a handoff, and it's Ullman with the run attempt, and Ullman taken down at the 44-yard line. He'll get 6. That's a 2nd down and 4. So the Comets picking up some yards. 40 rushing yards for Mayville State, 5 yards per attempt. .48 total yards of offense. Waldorf, 109. Trips right, 1 near side, 2nd down and 4. Comets at the 44 of Waldorf. And play action, throw towards the flat. Low pass is picked up. Let's see if Davidson can extend this play. He does for a 1st down. Straddles the far sideline, is out at the 35. So Javion Davidson with the big reception and a 1st down. Comets continue to move the chains. It was play action. Donovan towards the flat, turned, caught the football on a low pass, and that kind of takes your body out of form. He had to extend to get that low pass, was able to square himself up, run up field, and avoid at least 1 tackle to get that big 1st down. 1st and 10, football at the 34-yard line of Waldorf. The Comets looking for a chance to tie this game as we're inside of a minute left in the first quarter. Salmon's back, looks around, pump fakes, rears up, throws, and this one incomplete. Just not on the same page with Smith, his receiver on the near side. That incompletion will stop time with 52 seconds left in the first quarter. It's about the same position where the Comets stalled out on their best drive of the game, their first drive. So this being their second, so looking to better that opening drive, I should say. And it was a false start that kind of started to end that momentum for them. 2nd down and 10 at Waldorf's 34. There's 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap comes. It's a handoff. Ullman will come to the outside, makes the extra move, and that will help as it's able to turn maybe a couple yard play into about 6 yards and a third down. He'll get 5 on the run, about 5.5 on the run. Third down and 5. Ball to the 29-yard line. The Comets have yet to be inside the RBB Electric red zone, bringing you peace of mind with your electrical home projects. No job is too big or too small. That's RBB Electric. "15 seconds left to go in this quarter, and a 3-second difference between the game clock and the play clock. So the Comets will have to run a play here on a third down and 5. And they get the snap off just in time. Salmon rolls out to the near side. Salmon looking around. He'll try to run and ends up getting bumped out at about the 31-yard line. It may actually have been brought back to the original line of scrimmage.
Brings up a 4th and 5 for the Comets.
It will be a 4th down and 5, but the quarter expires. We are 1 quarter into the books here in this matchup between Mayville State and Waldorf. Our score, Waldorf 7, Mayville State 0. You're listening to Comets Football on KNOX. Back here in 1 minute.
It's that time of year where you farmers up and down the valley are going to put hours on end in your truck, tractor, or combine seat. If that seat could talk, it might say, "Help!" Hi, this is Carmen from Finest Auto Trim, and if your favorite seat on the farm has cracks, holes, or the duct tape is taking it over, bring it in to Finest Auto Trim. We can match most colors or change it up for you. We can make your seat come back to life, and you can use that duct tape somewhere else on the farm. Give us a call or stop in at our shop, 2201 Demers Avenue. Finest Auto Trim, big or small, we cover it all.
Nate from the Golf Center here, the man with the fancy shoes. Many of you have heard of our expert club fitting process, but we also have all the accessories. Q-Ray bracelets, rangefinders, launch monitors, golf bags, shoes, and the best training aids at the Golf Center, where your game begins.
Are you looking to get the leading edge on your wildlife?
Can I give you about another 45 seconds?
And forage in Grand Forks. We
Sure.
can help you accomplish that goal. We have formulated awesome seed mixtures specific for our region. Try our Deer Tractor Unlimited, our Brassica Blend, our 4-Way Clover Blast,
Actually,
or
they're
our
back out on the
multi-grain
field.
food plot mix with seeds chosen for massive growth.
Okay, I'll end this one here if I can here. Hold on.
For more information on Rivard's Turf and Forage products, check us out at rivards.com. Rivard's Turf and Forage, premium seeds and specialty products.
Hi, Josh Grunberg, PS Garage Doors. Have you ever been inside your garage and seen the sunshine through the bottom of your door? Well, that's a problem. Today, the PS stands for the perfect seal. And did you know that this time of year is the best time to make adjustments and take care of all the maintenance to make sure your garage door gets a perfect seal all year long?
Okay, here's 10.
Rain and snow to creep in. PS Garage Doors, your garage door store. Call today at 772-DOOR or online at psgaragedoors.com.
First play to start the second quarter was Tim Salmon completing to Josh Bertillo. That will bring up a first down, so the Comets continuing to move this football. It's a 1st and 10 at Waldorf's 23-yard line. Welcome back to Comets Football on KNOX. Our second quarter just underway. 7-0 Waldorf. The Warriors scoring on their opening drive. Mayville trying to answer back. Empty backfield for Tim Salmon, the sophomore quarterback. A man will be set in motion. That's Derek Frederick, the tight end. He'll wind up on the near side. Snap on the way. Frederick bounces, rather Salmon bounces around the pocket, and he is brought down in the backfield. Joe Halverson, the end, got through for Waldorf University. A sack comes against Mayville, and it will be a loss of a few yards. It'll bring him back down to the 30-yard line, so a 2nd down and 17. Halverson's 3rd sack of the season, his 6th tackle for a loss. He was not fooled by the movement on the line, is now coming back in. Mason Ullman, the sophomore tailback. 4 receivers, 1 far side, 3 near side, 2nd down and 17. Comets trying to get their offense back on track. Salmon comes back. Immediately gets pressure, throws up the middle, connects with Ullman on the screen pass. He straddles the far sideline, and he may have enough for a first down. Ullman, a 17-yard completion and a first down, and for the first time today, Mayville State finds themselves in the RBB Electric red zone, bringing you peace of mind with all your electrical home projects. No job too big or too small, and no, they will mark him short of the first down. It will be a yard shy. Comets are in the red zone, but it will be a 3rd down and 1. They are at the 19-yard line. They'll bring some extra blocking in the backfield in the form of Derek Frederick. Snap to Salmon, will hand off to Ullman. He'll make a move to the left side. He'll get a first down and then some. Finally stopped inside of the 10. The ball may have come loose, it looked like, on the play, but it will be a first down. So the Comets do pick up that first down. In fact, they will make it a first and goal. I believe the ball will be put at the 6-yard line. So the Comets 6 yards away from getting on the scoreboard, down 7-0, 12:37 and counting here in our first half. We'll have our Apple Green Construction High Plains Water halftime show coming up. Salmon waits for the snap. Snap a little high, goes to Ullman. He will run, find some open space, and winds up in the end zone. Is it a touchdown? It is. Mason Ullman will get his 3rd touchdown of the season, and the Comets end this drive in the end zone. It is 7-6.
And number 98, Braden Lacombe on for the point after attempt.
Braden Lacombe will come out to attempt the extra point and try to make it a 7-7 game. Logan Hoff, the backup quarterback, will do the holding. This kick good through the upright, and the Comets able to tie this game. It's Mason Ullman with a 6-yard touchdown run. 7-all with 12:21 to go in the first half. You're listening to Comets football on the Walls Medical Center Sports Network on KNOX. Back in 30 seconds.
Hope Church. Discover community. Find hope. Experience God. Hope Church invites you to join them for Sunday services at 9 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and 6 p.m. or watch live at 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. For more information, visit gfhope.org. What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding.
8 seconds.
Professionals at Area Community Credit for Solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
7-7, Mayville State scoring their first touchdown of the game. We have a tie ball game here in North Star action. 12:21 to go in the first half of this game. Mason Ullman, the sophomore running back, recording his 3rd touchdown of the season. For we talked about in the pregame show, as this one, it will be a squib kick on the ensuing kickoff, and Waldorf is able to pick it up. It was into the hands of Christian Guratz, the running back. He just caught it and landed on top of it, so Waldorf will start this drive somewhere around their 35-yard line. But talking about at length in the pregame show is that Mayville just running the football has not been their strong suit this season, and so far, they have had 52 rushing yards, a team that averages somewhere into the 70s. Waldorf's offense has been very potent this season, and they were forced to punt once in this game. Receivers stacked on either side from Jordan Cooper, who's got it done more so with his legs so far this game than he has in the air. Play action, rifles one towards the flat, and this will be about a 3-yard pickup. Coming for Waldorf as Mason Mouton will get the football.
Tackle made by number 52, Woods. Brings up a 2nd and 8 for the Warriors.
Be a 2nd down and 8. Waldorf picks up 2. Second down and 8. Waldorf at their 30. 7-7 ball game. A handoff. Actually, it will be a keeper for Cooper. Fakes the handoff. The defense is all over it. And Jordan Cooper may be tackled for a loss.
Tackle made by number 52, Devin Woods.
Devin Woods initiated the contact on the tackle. And they will say it will be no gain and a 3rd down and 8. So the Comets on homecoming. Facing a holding Waldorf now to a 3rd down and 8. Trips left, one receiver far side. Buchanan, rather that was Malisi who was in the backfield, drops to the slot, and a pass attempt to Sam Huntley, and Huntley is tackled at the 49-yard line, so a 17-yard reception. I don't know if Sam Hunt was the intended receiver. It looked like an overpass that came his way. That or was drawn up very well, but either way, it will be a 16-yard pickup and a 1st down for the Waldorf Warriors, who will move the chains. Last week, despite the win, struggled on 3rd downs. Today have done well so far. It's a handoff, and this into the hands of Buchanan, who runs towards the near side, is able to skirt the first tackle attempt from Caden Johnson is eventually stopped around the midfield mark. We'll see where they stop the progress. I believe it will be at the 46-yard line, and now we have a down player for the Comets. So a down player out on the field, Jordan Richardson. The safety is down, and the trainer will come out. We have an official stoppage of play. 10:32 left to play in the first half of this game. This timeout brought to you by Budget RV. Visit their website on budgetrvgf.com to see their inventory for your new home away from home. We'll step aside. It's Mayville State 7, Waldorf 7. It's Comets football on KNOX.
Your family deserves clean, filtered water. High Plains Water offers Millennium.
How much time would you like?
Which delivers great tasting water and also eliminates harmful impurities. Professionally installed and maintained by High Plains Water of Grand Forks. See them at highplainswater.com.
Hope Church. Discover community. Find hope.
Okay, sounds good. Right now, about 10 seconds.
Okay.
Services at 9 a.m., 10:30 a.m., and 6 p.m. Or watch live at 9 a.m. and 10:30 a.m. For more information, visit gfhope.org.
Jordan Richardson from Mayville State able to get himself off the field. The trainer had to come out as he took that hit on that, try to make it that stop. Waldorf has the football at the 47 of Mayville. 2nd down and 3. They're at their 47-yard line. 7 all game. 10:27 to go in the first half, and the ball is pitched as there's movement in the backfield. It's Harper with the football. He gets corralled back to the original line of scrimmage, and he is stopped around the 50. Harper was in motion. It was a sweep, and it was a deep pitch behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a matter of where the football gets spotted, and it may be a loss of 3, which would make it a 3rd down and 6. Yeah, they're going to put the ball back to the 50, so the defense able to get a loss of yards for Harper and the Warriors.
Tackled by Johnson. Ball's at the 50-yard line.
Caden Johnson will get the stop. A 3rd down and 6. Ball back at the 50-yard line. Warriors have 4 receivers out, 3 near side, 1 far side. Jordan Cooper waits the snap, has it, drops back, takes a shot, and this one incomplete. Malik Adams, the intended receiver, and Adams just not on the same page as his quarterback as he was just behind the throw, and now Warriors will be forced to punt for the 2nd time in this game as Mayville State will bring out their offense.
Forgot to punt for the Warriors. Back deep for the Comets. Number 1, Javion Davidson.
Javion Davidson will return this punt. He stands somewhere around the 15-yard line. Burgett will punt. Isaac Burgett averaging about 29 yards per punt. 9:36 to go. This one almost blocked. As a good job getting through was Tyler Clark. This punt touches down at the 15, will roll back, takes a Comet roll. It's smothered at the 25-yard line. So Mayville State, looking to take the lead, will start somewhere around their 25-yard line. 9:28 to go in the first half. Comets football here on KNOX. You're listening on the Walls Medical Center Sports Network. Coming up, our Apple Green Construction halftime reports, building homes around what truly matters, Apple Green Construction. The offense coming out for Mayville State. Salmon awaits the snap, has 2 receivers near side, 1 on the far side. Mayville on their own 25-yard line, and here comes a handoff. And it'll go to Dukert, the running back, and there's a whole lot of movement around the 25-yard line. I believe it will be no gain on that run, but the defense for Waldorf all over that football. It will be no gain, and a 2nd down and 10 as we now approach 9 minutes left to go in the first half. Comets fell behind 7-0. They stalled out on their first drive. Waldorf got a touchdown from Malik Adams, his 3rd of the season, and then in the early minutes of the 2nd quarter, Mayville State able to find the end zone with Mason Ullman, the 4-yard touchdown run. 2nd and 10 at the 25 for the Comets. Salmon has the snap. He will fake a handoff to the left side, rolls out to the far side, throws up the middle, incomplete. He fakes, to the right, and then came out to the left. Joe Halverson was right on his tail, so the play not able to develop. He just threw this one away to stop time with 8:41 to go in the half. Three North Star games being played today. We'll get you updates of scores of the other ones today as Dickinson and Iowa Wesleyan. And then Dakota State at Valley City, that one always a late start to that contest. That one will begin around 4 o'clock here this afternoon. Empty backfield for Tim Salmon and the Comets. It'll be trips right, one to the left. Pressure coming up front. They'll bring the extra rusher in for Waldorf. Throw towards the flat, and it's bobbled incomplete. Portillo had it on his fingertips, an incompletion, and for the first time today, Mayville will go 3 and out. The Comets will punt from around their own 25-yard line. Caden Johnson will do the punting. Seth Oakes will return the punt for Waldorf. Oakes last week, 2 punt returns for 54 yards. Mayville have been impressive so far in this first half to contain this offense of Waldorf, and also a good job of running their own offense here in the 7-all game. Johnson awaits the snap. Comes a little low, picks it up, gets this one off, and this one is picked up by Oakes at the 42-yard line, is able to extend it to the 50. So Oakes, an 8-yard return. Waldorf will start this drive at their 50-yard line, make that the 49-yard mark. 131 yards of offense for the Warriors. Mayville stayed at 92, 78 rushing, 53 passing. Waldorf has balanced up their offensive attack. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. 8:27 to go in the first half. One near side receiver out of the pistol, Jordan Cooper. Buchanan, his tailback, and Cooper dropping back. Takes a shot, looking for Huntley on the near sideline. Will overthrow Huntley. And incompletion, 2nd down and 10. Sam Huntley, the senior, 28 receptions, 300 yards. He is their lead receiver this season. He has played a few years for Waldorf. His career has been extended with a redshirt season with the COVID season. He has put together a few good seasons for Coach Finley and company. And the Warriors, a relatively new football program. 2nd down and 10. Ball remains at the 49. This time trips right. Huntley, lone receiver near side. It's Buchanan to the right of the quarterback, Cooper. He gets sent out to the flats. Dropping back is Cooper. Shot towards the end zone. This one under traffic and tipped away. I believe it was Damian Scott who put a hand on the football. Scott knocked it away for the intended receiver, Moten, and it is incomplete. 3rd down and 10. Mayville gets held to a 3 and out. They want to respond back to a 3 and out against Waldorf. 8:13 now left in the half. Waldorf's offense averaging 432 yards a game, and right now they are sitting at over 100. And a pass attempt, this one connects, it'll be a 1st down. Goes right to Sam Huntley, who was tackled at the 36-yard line. So the Warriors now over 140 yards of offense as we approach halftime inside of 8 minutes to go, and a throw towards the flat to Huntley on a 1st and 10 from the 37, and Huntley is brought down for a pickup of about 3.
Tackle made by number 10, Damian Scott. Brings up a 2nd and 6 for the Warriors.
So that's actually a 4-yard pickup, and now this is where Waldorf's offense seems to prosper. They work quick. They get you moving. They are finding their rhythm. Mayville State needs to adjust. 2nd down and 6 at the 33. Trips right, one left side. Jordan Cooper to his line. We'll call out Cadence to his line. We'll move Molisi is running back to his right. Cooper will keep it himself and takes a hit down at the 30. And a flag is down. Bailey Mullenberg got the tackle. That's where we stand right now. We'll see where the call comes from the official. Have not gotten the call yet. Stopped at 7:21.
Illegal shift on the offense. Number 1 and number 22 were both moving, not getting set before the snap. Penalty is going to be declined. 3rd down.
So the penalty was against both Cooper and Molisi, as they were both moving. So it was illegal movement. It will be declined. Mayville instead wanting to go for the 4th down. They're going to force Waldorf to go for a 4th down and 4 at their 31-yard line. 7-7 our score. Clock resumes. It'll be at 7 minutes by the time this ball gets snapped remaining in the first half. Both teams, each team has a touchdown in each quarter as a Dropping back now is Cooper. Cooper rolls out to the near side, has some open field, will come to the 20, forced out inside of the 20-yard line. In fact, will be forced out even deeper than that.
Push out of bounds by number 30, Andrew Roberts.
So Mayville daring Waldorf to go for it. Waldorf responds. They will have a 1st and goal, this one at the 10-yard line. Waldorf gets themselves into the RBB Electric red zone, and now inside of the 10, a 1st and 10 from the 10. 7-7 game. Waldorf looking to regain the lead. They scored first. They got a touchdown in the first quarter. Mayville answered back with a touchdown in the second. Here comes a handoff. It's Harper in the backfield. Harper towards the near sideline, gets bumped out of play by Damian Scott. Harper maybe about a yard or two. It was a long run, but Harper was running towards the sideline as opposed to upfield. And they will give him about 2 yards, 3 yards, a 2nd down and 7. Tay Buchanan, the tailback, he gets the handoff, and he is wrapped around and brought down by Stanley Lindsay. And it will be a 3rd and goal from the 1-yard line. As Waldorf picking up short yardage. Comets hoping to hold them to just a field goal. 3rd and 1. Buchanan remains the tailback, and it'll be Buchanan. He'll put his head down, gets tripped up, and winds up into the end zone. It'll be a touchdown. Tay Buchanan, his first touchdown of the game, 4th of the season, 13-7. Waldorf regains the lead with exactly 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Connor Parker, who is 22 for 24 on extra points, will try to make it 14-7. Extra point attempt upcoming, and this one looks through the uprights from here. It's good. 14-7. Waldorf regains the lead. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. It'll be Mayville State's football when we return back here in 30 seconds. It's Comets football on KNOX.
Hi, this is Ross with Rivard's Turf and Forage in Grand Forks. Rivard's can be your partner in conservation. If you have land going into a conservation program, Rivard's can help you design the best seed plan for improving water quality, curbing erosion, enhancing wildlife, and the environment. Rivard's premium native grass and wildflower seed, along with their expertise, will guarantee an effective, beautiful
8 seconds.
To learn more, check us out at rivards.com. Rivard's Turf and Forage, premium seeds and specialty products.
You're listening to Comets football on the Rivards Turf and Forage Radio Network, a specialized seed company in Grand Forks. Visit them at rivards.com. 14-7, Waldorf regains the lead. It was a touchdown for Tay Buchanan. 6 minutes left to play in the first half. The Comets will have a chance to respond back. Here comes the kickoff, and this one is skied and comes up somewhere around the 30-yard line. Ullman will pick it up. Ullman to the 40, a whole lot of pressure, trying to leg out those extra 2 yards. He does, so it should be about the 41-yard line for Mayville State to start this drive. Nearing 200 yards of offense in this first half right now is Waldorf, while Mayville at 92. Mayville has been effective with what they've done with their time of possession. It was 2 penalties that have really, or a penalty and a sack that have really swayed the score of this game. I'll tell you about how that shaped up. But first, a 1st and 10. Mayville at their 41-yard line. Dukert, the lone back for Salmon, the quarterback. He'll have one receiver either side. Snap a little high. Dukert gets the handoff and finds a small crease and extends this one forward to the 45-yard line. So he'll pick up 4. It's a 2nd down and 6. On the opening drive of the game, Mayville got to the 35-yard line. They were rolling, and then a false start bumped them back, and they were just unable to recover after that. And then on their last drive, they got inside of the red zone, but a big sack brought them back to the 30. It was a 7-yard loss. Again, their offense unable to bounce back after that. 2nd down and 6. Mayville at their own 45, approaching 5 to go in the half. They are down by 7. Salmon calls out his cadence. Extra rusher on the line for Waldorf. Play action, drops back, has some time, throws this one near sideline, incomplete, and a pass interference flag will come down as Chance Danner was knocked down running his route. So the Comets will get that first down, and they will get plus territory out of the mix as well.
Pass interference, defense, number 31, 14-yard penalty, automatic.
Nico Marasco, the linebacker, called for that pass interference. So the ball will wind up at the 42.
Under 15 yards, so it'll be a spot foul, first down.
It will be at the 42. First and 10 at Waldorf's 42 now is Mayville. One receiver either side, extra blocker brought in the backfield for Tim Salmon. Imagine Waldorf, or rather Mayville, wants a big play out of this one. Snap a little high. Salmon rolls out onto the far side, has pressure coming his way, throws on the run, incomplete. Daquan McCobb was the initial rusher, and he got Salmon moving out of the pocket, and he went to the far sideline, incompletion. Now second down and 10. We are stopped with 4:54 left to go in the first half. Coming up, we'll have our High Plains Water halftime show. High Plains Water, your clear choice for awesome water. It was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Waldorf with the lead. Mayville answered back in the opening minutes of quarter number 2. Waldorf, and then now just regaining this lead here. This is the resulting possession for Mayville, trying to respond back. Second down and 10 from Waldorf's 42-yard line. Salmon the snap. Throws near sideline, able to connect. It's Davidson with the football, and Davidson shy of a first down. It was a Darian Henson in the corner from Waldorf who's able to stop him shy of the first down marker. It'll be about a 3rd down and 1, 3rd down and 2. Will be a 3rd and 2. Ball will be at the 34 of Waldorf. Reese Smith, a receiver on the far side. Javian Davidson on the near side. Tailback will be Cole Dukert, the senior. Mayville looking in the second quarter that they've gone airborne just a little bit more here. A 3rd down and 2. As I say that, it's play action. Pass on the near sideline. Overthrown. Davidson, the intended receiver. And now will be a 4th down. Mayville State 1 for 2 on 4th down attempts in this game. And we'll see what they opt to do here. And they will bring out some extra receivers. Portillo will come out. Flowers will come out. Remember, Salmon can punt the football. They tried running that play earlier. He'll come out to 5 receivers, 3 left, 2 near side. 4th down and 2 at the 34 of Waldorf. Don't be surprised if he tucks and run to get those extra yards for the first down. They'll look back towards the near sideline, and now I believe Mayville wants to take a timeout. The Comets will take a timeout, brought to you by Budget RV. Visit their website, budgetrvgf.com, to see their inventory for your new home away from home. So Mayville uses their first time out of the half, 4 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in quarter number 2, this homecoming game for the Mayville State Comets. And they have matched up well so far against Waldorf. Down 14-7. They're down 7-0. We were tied at 7, and then Waldorf now has the lead. Our scoring drives here so far in this game, we'll take a look at those. As the first drive was a 9-play, 66-yard scoring drive. Jordan Cooper finds Malik Adams for a 25-yard touchdown. That made it 7-0. That was with 10:21 to go in the first quarter. And then about 2.5 minutes into quarter number 2 at the 12:21 mark, Mason Ullman, a 6-yard run. Braden Lacombe, the extra point. It was 7-7 until that touchdown came at the 6-minute mark. Tay Buchanan, the 1-yard touchdown run to top off a 9-play, 51-yard scoring drive. And that is where we stand here right now. The Budget RV timeout comes to an end. 4th down and 2. Mayville at Waldorf's 34-yard line. Waldorf trying to figure out what they want to do here offensively. Tim Salmon out there. They won't be punting. At least that's how it appears. As he gets Dukert his tailback to his right side, Salmon drops back. They'll go for it. A short completion, enough for the first down. As caught at the 30 marker is Javian Davidson, and the Comets continue this drive moving. Inside of 4 minutes to play in the half.
Ball is on the Warrior 28-yard line.
Ball will move up to the 28-yard line. Flowers on the, Smith on the far side. Davison on the near side. Cole Dukert the tailback. 1st and 10. They are at the 28 of Waldorf. Salmon waits for the snap. Gets the snap. Hand off. Dukert to move towards the right side. Immediately wrapped around by Daquan McCobb. And it'll be no gain as McCobb, the 6'3", 315-pound tackle, is able to make the stop. No gain. Clock continuing to move. Actually, it's going to be a loss. 2nd down and 11. Approaching 3 minutes left to go in the first half before our Apple Green Construction halftime show, building homes around what truly matters as Apple Green Construction. 2 left side receivers, 1 near side, 2nd down and 11. Play clock at 7 seconds. Salmon has the snap, looks around, has time, now getting pressured as through the line is McCobb, and Salmon throws on the run. Will just throw this one away to avoid the big loss as he was pinned back beyond the 45-yard line. Would have been a big loss, and now it's a 3rd down and 11. Daquan McCobb has been impressive these last 2 plays. Pocket collapsed quickly, and Salmon just had to adjust. 2:40 to go in the first half. Mayville State down 14-7 against number 24 ranked Waldorf University in North Star football action here at Jerome Berg Field. 2 left, 1 on the near side. See what Mayville does here on a 3rd down and 11. It's been almost strictly passing plays, and that's what happens here as moving to the left side. Salmon throws on the run towards the end zone. Tipped, incomplete. McCoy Akil was there on the play, and he's able to knock this one away. An incompletion, 4th down and 11, and the Comets at the 29-yard line. I mean, it's good field position. If you turn it over on downs, it's almost as good as a punt, and Mayville wants to go for it again here on a 4th down. 4th and 11. They'll keep their offense out on the field. They're getting the play from the near sideline. They'll keep Dukert as the tailback, so it won't be an empty backfield for Tim Salmon. 2 left side receivers, 2 near side receivers. 4th down 11 at Waldorf's 29-yard line. Salmon comes back, has some blocking. Good block picked up from Dukert. Throws up the middle, caught at the 18. Make that the 14-yard line. Reese Smith will make the catch, and it's a 1st down. And credits Cole Dukert's block. He was able to throw down that block. It gave the second that Salmon needed to complete the pass. And it's a 1st down and 10, ball at the 14-yard line. And Mayville State back inside that RBB Electric red zone. 2 minutes, 12 seconds and counting left in the first half. Mayville State feels a whole lot better coming into the half, finishing this drive with a touchdown. On the far hash is Mayville. Snap comes a little high. Salmon has it, shot towards the end zone. It's caught by Davidson. Is it a touchdown? It is!
Touchdown!
Davidson, I wasn't sure where the feet were from the position I was in, but he'll catch it in the back of the end zone, and the Comets end this drive, making it 14-13. Now a chance to tie it up as Braden Lacombe will come out for the extra point attempt. Twice on this drive, they went for it on 4th downs. It pays off for Mayville State. And the snap comes in. Here comes the kick for the tie, and that is good. It is 14-14, 1:51 left to play in the second quarter. It's Comets football on KNOX. We are back in 30 seconds.
Nate from the Golf Center here, the man with the fancy shoes. Many of you have heard of our expert club fitting process, but we also have all the accessories. Q-Ray bracelets, rangefinders, launch monitors, golf bags, shoes, and the best training aids at the Golf Center, where your game begins.
American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your career advancement. We're hiring full-time
9 seconds.
now
Got it.
with great pay and benefits, including time off available from day one. Hey, apply online today.
And we're back here at Jerome Berg Field, and Mayville State has tied this one against number 24 ranked Waldorf. It is 14-14. Javion Davison with a touchdown reception. That is his 8th of the season. The extra point was good. Mayville surpassing 130 yards on that drive, by the way, as the kickoff is picked up at the 25-yard line. The squib kick works in their favor as Mike Moten was able to grab the football and is tackled at the 25-yard line. So now Mayville State's defense is looking to make a stand. We'll get you our first half numbers coming up on our Appleton Construction halftime, Appleton Construction High Plains Water halftime show. Minute 45 left to play in the first half. Comets looking for the upset here on homecoming, and they're hanging tough so far in this 14-all game. Jordan Cooper has done it in the air, has done it on the ground, and look for them to try to pick up as much chunk yardage as they can, and he will come up to an empty backfield after setting a man in motion, and he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Finally brought down, and a big sack comes for Mayville State. That is Caden Johnson, who was able to get the stop. The corner came in and brings him back to about the 18-yard line. Credit Jordan Cooper. I mean, he'll take the loss of 7 there on that play, but the initial contact was made by Caden Johnson, and Cooper managed to stay on his feet, thought he was going to have enough time to throw it away and avoid the loss of 7. He doesn't. 2nd down and 7. Ball on Waldorf's 18-yard line. Approaching a minute to go in the half. And Cooper drops back, shot towards the far sideline, and this one is caught. Malik Adams will catch it, breaks free of the tackle past the midfield mark, finally stopped at the 40.
Cooper's pass to Adams completes.
So a big completion from Cooper to Adams, and we're going to get a timeout taken by Waldorf, but man, we have not seen Cooper aired out like that here today, and now all of a sudden he is slinging this one for a big pickup. They'll spot it at the 41-yard line of Mayville State.
Again, for all honorees.
A budget RV timeout taken by Waldorf University. Visit their website at budgetrvgrandforks.com to see their inventory for your new home away from home. And it looks like Waldorf was just going to keep it on the ground, and I believe they will surpass 100 passing yards, and it may be enough to surpass them on 200 total yards of offense in the first half, which is par for the course the way Waldorf plays their offense. Waldorf averaging just over 430 yards per game. Waldorf's only lost this season coming to a D2 in Ferris State, 69-3. Otherwise, they have hung tough against NAIA programs this year. 1st and 10 at the 41 of Mayville State as that budget RV timeout ends. 52 seconds left in the second quarter. Our halftime show coming up after that. We'll recap stats and get you scores from our one other game going on in the North Star Athletic Association. Snap to Cooper, drops back, has time, decides to run. Actually, will roll out to the far sideline, then decides to run, and maybe about a yard or two on the carry. He brought himself out of bounds to save some time. We'll stop time with 43 seconds left before halftime. And
brings up a 2nd and 7 for Waldorf.
Will be a 3-yard pickup and a 2nd down and 7. Cooper passing-wise, 8 for 12, 113 yards, a touchdown. Rushing, though, 7 carries, 32 yards. Second down and 7. Ball at the 38 of Mayville State. Cooper has time. Deep shot downfield. Intercepted. No, incomplete, but Mayville will take it as it was caught out of bounds by Denzel Navy.
Brings up a 3rd and 7 for Waldorf.
Navy had a good line on that ball intended for Malik Adams. 3rd down and 7 Waldorf, 36 seconds left to play in the first half. Empty backfield coming up for Jordan Cooper. Trips left, 2 on the right side. 3rd down and 7 at Mayville's 38-yard line. Snap comes, and I think there may have been a timeout called before that. And it will be a timeout taken by Mayville State. That is a budget RV timeout. 34 seconds left to play in the half. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds. It is 14-14 Comets football right here on KNOX. Back in 30.
If you need to fuel up before or after the game, just call Pizza. Not only do they offer fantastic pizza, they sell ice cream and more. And if it's your birthday, stop in for a free lunch buffet that day. For dine-in, online, or delivery, Pizza's got game.
When you're ready to build your next home that will last a lifetime of celebrations with your team, give Applegren a call. They know a house is made of
9 seconds
and the stories that take place in them. That's why Applegren Construction builds homes around what truly matters. Visit ApplegrenHomes.com.
Mayville State 14, Waldorf University 14. 34 seconds left to play in the second quarter before our Applegren Construction halftime show. Mayville State using a budget RV timeout. 3rd down and 7. It'll be an empty backfield. Strike that. One will drop back for Jordan Cooper. And I believe it's Simone Malesi who will come back, or Malisi rather, who will come back. No, it's Harper who comes back. But either way, Cooper gets the snap, avoids the first tackle, can't avoid the second as he is brought down by Richard Shelton. And now a 4th down and 5.
By number 9.
Demetrius Winters also in on the tackle.
Second charge.
And Waldorf wants to take a timeout 24 seconds before the half, and that means all indications they will take a shot at the end zone to try to regain this their lead that they had in this contest. Waldorf scored first. It was a 66-yard scoring drive in the first quarter. Malik Adams, his 7th touchdown reception of the season. It would be 7-0 at the end of 15 minutes, and then Mayville State finally getting on the scoreboard. Mason Ullman, a 6-yard touchdown run. It was 7-7 until Waldorf responded with a Tay Buchanan touchdown on a 9-play, 51-yard scoring drive. And then Mayville answering back here with 1:51 left to play in the first half. It was Javion Davidson with a 12-yard touchdown catch and the extra point good. And that is where we stand here right now, a 14-14 game, 24 seconds left before our High Plains Water halftime show. 4 receivers come out for Waldorf. 4th down and 8 at Mayville's 39-yard line. Jordan Cooper's going to look for as much time as he can take. Cooper comes back. Remember, they can get the first down. They don't have to find the end zone here. It's Cooper rolling out to the near side, and he is tackled shy of the first down. Bailey Mullenberg was able to take down Cooper after he picked up a few extra yards, but it was not enough for a first down, and Mayville State will take over, and I would imagine with 15 seconds left, it will just be take a knee and get to halftime. First and 10, Mayville at their 35. They are tied at 14 against the number 24 team in the nation. 14 all the tie, and Salmon will just take a knee and run out time. Here comes the snap, puts his knee down, and Mayville State looking for their first conference win of the season here on homecoming has hung tough against the nationally ranked Waldorf University Warriors. Our final score at the half, Mayville State 14, Waldorf University 14. The Applegren Construction halftime show coming your way next. You're listening to Comets Football on KNOX.
Trying to manage your medications can be very difficult. Did I take my pills today? How many am I
Let's
supposed
go
to take?
3 minutes here. Be a little bit of a long break.
Medicine Center. We have taken all the guesswork.
Okay, I'm going to check with Ryan on something because we're running out of commercials after this 3-minute segment.
Really?
I think we're all out of I think we're all out of commercials.
Okay.
So let me see what he says then, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Choose Walls Medicine Center in Grand Forks. For more info, go to wallsrx.com. Walls Medicine Center, Grand Forks' prescription headquarters.
If you're looking for a new job, then Hugo's is looking for you. Full-time or part-time. Simply log on to gohugos.com and click the employment tab for a full listing of all jobs at all stores. You'll find the perfect one for you. Fill out your application online today at gohugos.com.
Thermal Air is here to keep your home or business comfortable with more than 20 years of experience. Thermal Air can handle any plumbing, heating problem, or just help you stay on top of your furnace maintenance. 740-8161 for Thermal Air.
What do you need or want right now? Area Community Credit Union can help you get whatever it is you want. Vehicle, furniture, a home loan, or maybe you need help with a wedding. Contact the professionals at Area Community Credit for solutions. Federally insured by NCUA.
Since 1957, Nichols Tillage Tools have set the bar high for tillage tools, and we are happy to offer them at Spray Advantage. Hello, this is Drew with Spray Advantage. Now is the time to replace your discs, chisels, and fertilizer knives on your farm tillage units. Also, don't forget, if you are upgrading your anhydrous systems, we carry coolers, manifolds, and hose to keep those systems going too. So stop out to Spray Advantage now to get all the parts you need for your tillage and anhydrous systems on your farm running with maximum efficiency. Spray Advantage of Grand Forks, everything you need for tillage and anhydrous accessories on your farm.
Skating season is here. Hockey World in Grand Forks is stocked and ready. Protective equipment, sticks and bags, helmets and gloves. A huge selection of new and reconditioned skates to buy or lease from all your favorite brands. Jarrell's and Hockey World, 1004 South Washington, Grand Forks.
Farming requires well-built equipment. Kubota equipment that's proven for over a century. Tractors that are adaptable and versatile. Hay tools backed by a 2-year warranty. Sidekick and RTV utility vehicles where durability and functionality meets speed. Productive, wheeled, and track skid steers for the most demanding projects. To see the full line of quality Kubota equipment, visit Acme Equipment on Gateway Drive, Grand Forks, and ask for a free demo.
How well do you know your personal health scoreboard? Regular screenings with Altru's care team can detect illness before symptoms begin, including keeping track of your blood pressure, cholesterol, and more. Know your numbers. To schedule an appointment, visit altru.org or call 701-780-5000.
Call Absolute Refrigeration at 787-1200 for all things commercial refrigeration, from new store builds to remodels to ice machine cleaning and repair. Absolute Refrigeration has you covered. Absolute Refrigeration, when staying cool absolutely matters.
For over 20 years, I've helped the farming community and business owners achieve their goals. Growing up on a farm helps me to offer advisory banking products and services while providing quick, reliable advice. I'm here to help you grow too. I'm John Bottom.
Okay, back in about 15 seconds. Golf Center here, the man with the fancy shoes. Many of you have heard of our expert club fitting process, but we also have all the accessories. Q-ray bracelets, rangefinders, launch monitors, golf bags, shoes, and the best training aids at the Golf Center, where your game begins.
Jerry Falk has the unusual honor of...
And welcome to our Applegren Construction halftime show. Applegren Construction, building homes around what truly matters. Also, our High Plains Water halftime show, your home's clear choice for awesome water. Our score at the half here, it's homecoming at Jerome Burke Field. Mayville State 14, Waldorf University 14. It's been a well-contested game for the Comets against a nationally ranked team. Let's get our scoring drive first before things get underway here. It was Waldorf scoring first at the 10:21 mark of quarter number one. After Mayville State was forced to punt on the opening drive, it was Waldorf who had a 9-play, 66-yard scoring drive. Jordan Cooper passing to Malik Adams for a 25-yard touchdown. Malik Adams' 7th touchdown reception of the season. Extra point was good. It'd be 7-0, and that 7-0 advantage would stand until the early going, about 3.5 minutes into the second quarter. At the 12:21 mark, Mason Ullman tapped off a 13-play, 64-yard scoring drive with a rushing touchdown. Extra point was good. 7-7 would be the score, and that lead would, or that tie would stand for about 6 minutes until Tay Buchanan got a 1-yard touchdown run on a 9-play, 51-yard scoring drive. 14-7 would be the score, and then inside of 2 minutes to play in the half, and Tim Salmon completes a pass to Javion Davidson for a 12-yard touchdown. Extra point good. 14-14 would be the score, and then Waldorf would give Mayville a bit of a scare late in the game after it looked like Mayville was going to pin them inside of their 20 and force them to turn it over late in the half. Waldorf gets a big completion, about a 34-yard completion that extends the drive. They got no further than the 30-yard line before a turnover on downs, and the ball going back to Mayville State to just run out time and get into the half. So that's our scoring summary here in this contest, as Mayville State, Waldorf University tied at 14 apiece. We'll take another break here on our Applegreen Construction halftime show. Back with more next. You're watching or listening to high school football on KNOX.
Remember the last time your family visited the forest?
Joel, I'm waiting for a reply from Ryan because I don't have any more commercials left. And we're already at halftime. That's never really happened.
Your next visit?
Okay. So what are we playing now then?
Your story today.
This is just a PSA commercial. I mean, I can play I got a bunch of those. I can just keep playing those.
By the United States.
Yeah, if you can give me 2 minutes of those until you hear back from Ryan.
Okay.
$7,000 high school students drop out every school day. If you stack their desks one atop the other, it's a pile more than 17,000 feet high. That's 12 Empire State Buildings. But what's truly scary is that another stack is going up tomorrow. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Hey, so what's a great way to spread awareness that driving high is illegal everywhere? A catchy song, of course.
You can run, but you can't drive high. You can run, but you can't drive high.
Friendly reminder, don't drive high. If you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Nurse, set up an IV. And you, her boyfriend, you were the driver?
Yes, doctor, but I didn't mean to hurt her. I only had a few drinks. I was just buzzed.
Just buzzed? Oh, then your girlfriend is fine.
Hey, sweetie. I feel great.
She's really okay?
What, are you kidding? No, not really. Nurse, get me a suture kit. Stat.
Buzzed driving. Maybe we should stop acting like it's no big deal. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation and the Ad Council.
I'm probably okay to have one more drink before I drive home. I'm probably okay. I open the window to stay alert. Probably okay. I just popped some gum.
How about if we end coming up in about 15 seconds? Would that work with you?
Sure, that works.
I made a mistake.
Probably.
Okay, about 10 seconds now.
Drinking and driving. If you see a warning sign, stop and call a cab, a car, or a friend. Buzzed driving is drunk driving. A message brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Back at Jerome Burke Field on our Applegreen Construction High Plains Water halftime show. Mayville State 14, Waldorf University 14. Homecoming game for the Mayville State Comets here on this Saturday afternoon. Let's take a look at some of our team numbers. First, for Mayville State, 11 first downs compared to 10 for Waldorf. Time of possession is in favor of the Comets, 16 minutes, 8 seconds to 13 minutes, 52 seconds. Offensive numbers, it's Waldorf with 223 to 138 for Mayville. 55 rushing for the Comets, 110 for the Waldorf Warriors, passing 83 for Mayville, 113 for Waldorf. As it came late in that first half, Jordan Cooper really starting to air it out for the Waldorf University Warriors. Mayville State, I misspoke earlier. I had said that they were 3 for 4 on fourth down attempts, but there was that fourth down attempt. They were going to look like they were going to go for it and then fake a punt, but they got called for a delay of game. So actually they are 4 for 4 on fourth down attempts. Coach Larson really rolling the dice there and having it pay off, as they are 4 for 4 on fourth down. Some individual numbers. Jordan Cooper, 8 for 12, 113 yards and a touchdown. The quarterback for for Waldorf. Lead rusher, Tay Buchanan, 10 carries, 68 yards, a touchdown. Lead receiver is Malik Adams, 2 catches, 66 yards and a touchdown. Tim Salmon for Mayville State, 8 for 20, 83 yards and a touchdown. Lead rusher, Mason Ullman, 5 carries, 32 yards, a touchdown. While receiving, Javion Davison, 4 catches, 36 yards, and a touchdown. Defensive leaders, first for Waldorf, they are led in tackles by Joe Halverson, 4 tackles, a sack, which was a loss of 7 yards. And then Marquise Anderson, Daquan McCobb, 3 tackles apiece, and a whole slew of players with a pair of tackles. Well, for Mayville State, it is 6 tackles for Richard Shelton. He has 6 tackles, 5 tackles coming away of Bailey Mullenberg, and then a whole slew of players with 2 or 3 tackles of their own. So pretty even defensive numbers. Offensively, it has been Waldorf who has picked up the big yards, but Mayville State's defense has kept them in check and is able to keep this game tied here, as it's 14-14 at the half here on homecoming for the Mayville State Comets. So we'll take another break on our Applegren Construction High Plains Water halftime show. We'll be back in 2 minutes. You're listening to Comets Football on KNOX.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for...
Yeah, I'm just playing PSAs right now. I sent a text to Ryan, but I haven't heard anything back yet.
Okay.
Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
What grows in the forest? Trees? Sure.
Yeah, we had the opposite problem last night when we did high school football. The log crashed and we had no commercials, and then he went in and tried to get them back again. So we got all the commercials back, but we couldn't play them all. So today's just a flip-flop.
Connect with each other. The forest is closer than you think.
Yeah, I'll see if I hear back from him. I'll just keep playing these. You tell me when you want to end.
Forest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
If you love them enough to turn off your music and pretend like their music is your music,
This is Mommy's jam.
then surely you'll check NHTSA.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Let's play it again.
Check today at NHTSA.gov/the right seat. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
So when you get to the corner of Smith and Orchard, you're going to want to take a left.
You are not going to.
Then what you're going to do is turn onto
Marcy
and
and
Red just broke up and go past the first
apparently
3
she's
lights
happy
and then
about
take
it.
the next left.
I don't really
Then drive
think
5
she's
more
happy,
blocks
but
and you should be
who
there.
am I to judge, right?
Park on the
Anyway,
right.
That's
I'll
what
see
I
you
heard
later
last
tonight.
night.
It's hard to concentrate on 2 things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Up US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the Lingo.
GOAT, G-O-A-T, acronym, stands for Greatest of All Time. As in, spaghetti sandwiches for dinner? They're my fave. Dad, you're the GOAT.
You don't have to speak teen to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same. Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, Adopt U.S. Kids, and the Ad Council.
Here's your News Talk 1310 KNOX forecast. Mainly cloudy this afternoon with daytime highs approaching
Okay, about 15 seconds.
to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy tonight, lows dip down to about 39. Partly cloudy skies again tomorrow, 61. High of 69 Monday, under sunny skies, 75 Tuesday. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Talk 1310 KNOX. Currently, it's 62.
Welcome back to our Applegren Construction High Plains Water halftime show. Mayville State 14, Waldorf University 14. Homecoming game for the Comets out here at Jerome Berg Field. Mayville State looking to get their first conference win of the season and get their overall record over 500 as they sit at 3-3. Waldorf, number 24 in the nation, looks to improve to 6-1 overall, 2-0 in North Star action. Next up for these teams, Mayville State next week will take on Dakota State University. That will be here at Jerome Berg Field. Well, Waldorf will be on the road. They will come back this way yet again as they will take on Dickinson State. That will be a good matchup between a team that is receiving votes in Dickinson State and a team that is showing up in that top 25 coaches poll for the NAIA. Speaking of other scores, or speaking of the North Star, just one game underway. There's 3 games being played today. Dakota State playing at Valley City State, but that will be a 4 o'clock start time, typically with Madison, South Dakota only being about 3 or 4 hours away. A relatively shorter drive. They tend to play that game so Dakota State can leave in the morning, play, and then make their way back, similar to what you see when you head to the other side of the state to play Dickinson. But so anyway, that is why we're seeing a 4 o'clock start time for that game. But Dickinson State is taking on Iowa Wesleyan, that game at the half as well. Dickinson State with a 20-0 lead against Iowa Wesleyan in the North Star game. So a battle of 3-2 Dickinson against 3-3 Iowa Wesleyan. Look at the schedule next week. Just overall in the conference is Iowa Wesleyan against Valley City, Waldorf against Dickinson, as we mentioned. Presentation College will be at Dakota State. So I misspoke. Mayville actually will be off next week. They'll be going into their bye week, and then they will be in action. So a bye week coming up for the Mayville State Comets before they will be in action at home against Dakota State. It is 14-14 our score here at the half. We'll take one last break. We'll come back with quarter number 3 next. You're listening to coverage of the Mayville State Comets on the Walls Medical Center Sports Network on KNOX. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Adopt US Kids presents What to Expect When You're Expecting a Teenager. Learning the lingo.
Jelly.
Jelly, make that one about 2.5.
Jelly is a shorter, better way to say jealous.
Okay, I'll just play these PSAs. Yeah, I haven't heard back from Ryan. Usually he gets back right away. Is he doing a game today? Is he doing Valley game down later on?
Yeah, he's doing that 4 o'clock one.
Visit adoptuskids.org. Brought to you.
And is that game down is that out west in Dickinson, or is that in Valley City?
That's in Valley City.
Thanks for asking, but I'd rather not.
Okay, all right. Well, I'll just keep playing these. We'll just do what we can do here.
No, under my clothes, I'm a robot. My webcam is broken. I'm worried they'll get passed around school. I have a rash. I have nudophobia. I have lizard skin. I'm a vampire, so I don't show up in pictures anyways. Your badgering has really killed the mood.
When someone is pressuring you to do something you don't want to, how many ways can you say no before they get the message? Let us know at that'snotcool.com. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking, now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
My name is Tom Thornton.
And my name is Cindy Thornton. We're retired, and this is how we live United.
We decided to volunteer with United Way at our community free health clinic.
United Way is how we contribute, because we know our time and money are going to the right places.
Judging by the thank yous we get at the clinic, I'd say we're doing the right thing with our retirement, too. We're Tom and Cindy Thornton. We volunteer at our community free health clinic. We don't just wear the shirt.
We live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can. But it's just as important to take time for yourself. AARP can help. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Husband had a gun.
Come back after this.
Him and his friends would go shooting. The ammunition.
Okay, we're out of here in about 20 seconds.
In a million years, we never thought that Emily could. There's a hole in our family that can never, ever be filled.
63 Americans a day die by
10 seconds, 9.
Safe gun storage. We can give our loved ones a second chance at life. Learn more at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to Jerome Berg Field as we're getting ready to get set for the start of the second half. Waldorf, Mayville State here on our Walls Medical Center Sports Network on KNOX. And it will be Mayville State who will get the football here in the second half as they took the opening kickoff, and this one grabbed at the 35-yard line as this one's a skied-up kick and a return past the 40 as the play is still moving forward. Derek Frederick got the return and brought it up to the 40-yard line. So Mayville State will have the football at their 40 in this 14-14 game. If you're Mayville State, you're looking at a couple things in this game as you've held time of possession. So you want to continue to hold that time of possession, keep the ball away from Waldorf. You want to take that lead here as soon as you can to come away with this win, which would be an upset win for Mayville State. You get the win, you throw a little bit of havoc into potentially the North Star standings, and you throw some havoc into playoff opportunities for teams in this conference as well. So 1st and 10, Mayville at their own 41-yard line. There'll be one receiver out on either side, one tailback for the quarterback, Tim Salmon, the sophomore, awaiting the snap, I should say. Snap comes, and he will fake a handoff, rolls out near side, connects with Danner, the tight end, who will get a stiff arm at the 40, maybe out at about the 43-yard line. It'll be a short pickup, but positive yards nonetheless coming for Mayville State. It'll be 3 yards and a 2nd down and 7 for Mayville State. So the Comets will get 3 yards here on this opening drive to begin the second half. Smith, far side, one receiver out on the near side. I believe that is Davidson, near side receiver. On the near hash is Mayville State. Change in defensive formation coming for Waldorf. It'll be a handoff. Ullman with the football, and he is brought down past the 45-yard line. Another pickup of about 2 yards and a 3rd down and 5. So the Comets moving the football about a minute into the start of the second half. Stay tuned after our broadcast for our Spray Advantage post-game show. We'll name our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. 3rd down and 4, Mayville at at their own 47-yard line. Waldorf looking like man-to-man coverage at 3rd down and 4 at the 47. Ullman the tailback. Ullman at the flat. He'll get a pass. He'll catch it. He's at the 50. He'll drop it as he was moving forward. So he had it around his arms and chest and then just lost it as he tried to advance upfield. And a 4th down and 4. Mayville State seeming unfazed that they're even going to think about the punt unit coming out on the field. And now they will. So maybe I spoke about a second too soon. The Comets have done well on 4th down today. They are 4 for 4 on 4th downs. They will punt this time as we are in the early goings of the second half of this tie game. So Waldorf will put back Seth Oakes to return the punt. Oakes stands at the 15-yard line, shaded towards the near half. Here comes the punt. This one is skied up and will come out somewhere around the 30. So Waldorf will get decent field position. So Mayville State going 3 and out on the first drive of the second half.
Waldorf will take over, first and 10 on their own 35.
Waldorf on their 35-yard line with a 1st and 10. Waldorf, number 24 in the nation, 5-1 overall, 1-0 in the conference. Currently tied right now against Mayville State, a team that is 3-3, 0-1 in North Star play. Jordan Cooper showing off his arms to close out that first half. He'll come out. I believe it's Harper will be the tailback. One receiver out on either side. Strike that Buchanan, the tailback. Buchanan gets the handoff, and he is wrapped around and stopped near the line of scrimmage. Maybe a yard on the run attempt, as right there to make the play was Andrew Roberts.
Brings up a 2nd and 9 for the Warriors.
It'll be a 1-yard pickup after Roberts' tackle, so a 2nd down and 9. Inside of 13 to go in the second quarter. Joel Morgan with you here on KNOX. 2 far side receivers. Buchanan, the tailback, out of the pistol. Cooper will play action, throws, it connects with Huntley, and Huntley to the far sideline upended, gets the first down. So Mayville's defense bit on that play action, and Huntley was left unguarded towards the flat. The lead receiver for Waldorf picks up a first down. Waldorf now at their own 47-yard line. This is their first offensive opportunity coming here in the second half of this 14-14 game. Huntley, receiver on the near side. Jordan Cooper has 2 in the backfield, and he will go to his deep back, and Buchanan threw for a first down, eludes the tackle, stopped at the 35-yard line. I believe it was Roberts who had the hands around the hips and just keeping the legs moving was Buchanan, and Waldorf's offense has come out strong here on this possession, trying to break this 14-all tie. They have moved the ball at will. Making some changes in personnel is the Warriors. David Warren in on the slot, actually in on the line to block. A 1st and 10 at Mayville's 36-yard line, and a handoff and a pickup of about 4 yards. It was Javante Harper the carry. Harper will pick up some yards, 2nd down and 6. Trent Carlson, the senior from Park River for Mayville, limps his way towards the sideline. He is one of the rotational linemen, so Mayville will be without one of their players here for at least a snap as it's a 2nd down and 6. Waldorf at the Comet's 33-yard line, and a handoff, actually play action. This one intended for Malik Adams up the middle. Adams had gotten past his coverage, but the pass comes behind him. Incompletion, now looking at a 3rd down and 6.
3rd and 6 for the Warriors.
Ten minutes, 49 seconds to go in our third quarter. Out here at Jerome Berg Field. 14-14 score. 1 receiver either side. Tailback is Javante Harper. Cooper will go to Harper around the outside, has open field, will at least get the first down, and maybe extends it to the 25-yard line for that extra yard.
Tackle by number 23, Richard Sheldon.
Richard Sheldon, the lead tackler for the Comets, picks up another one here. 8 tackles for Richard Sheldon in the game. First down, Mayville State, and I believe it will be at the 26-yard line. So on that run attempt for Harper, just enough for the first down. They needed 6, he got 6. Warriors on the far hash at Mayville State's 26-yard line. And it's into the hands of the tailback Buchanan. The defense is all over him, and Buchanan stopped at the line of scrimmage. Actually, they'll say it's a loss of 2, and now a 2nd down and 12. Up to 10 minutes now remaining in the quarter. 2nd down and 12, ball at the 28-yard line of Mayville State. The Comets going 3 and out on their first drive here in the second half. Couple first downs picked up here for Waldorf, and they'll stack their receivers on the near side. It'll be one in the front, one in the middle, one on the back end, and then a lone receiver on the far side. And with some time, is Cooper shot at the end zone, overthrows Malik Adams, incompletion, and it will bring up a 3rd down and 12.
3rd down for the Warriors.
Huntley, Moten, and Oaks were all stacked up on the near numbers. Those 3 receivers will remain on that side of the field. A decoy, as it was Malik Adams the entire way through that play. They'll line up in the same formation. Huntley, Oaks, Moten, far side. Malik Adams. Wouldn't be shocked if Cooper decides to go to that near side of the field. 3rd down and 12. They're at the 28 of Mayville State. No, he'll take the shot at Adams. Adams makes the catch at the 15-yard line. Eludes the tackle, is down at the 5. Now they're down at the 10. He just kept moving, did Adams. Nice job extending that play with those yak yards. A down Comet player right now as we get an official's timeout. But it will be a 1st and goal for Mayville State, rather for Waldorf at Mayville State's 8-yard line. We do have an official's timeout. Timeout brought to you by Budget RV. Visit their website, budgetrvgf.com, to see their inventory for your new home away from home. 9 minutes, 27 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Timeout on the field. It is 14-14. We'll be back. You're listening to College Football on KNOX.
If I could be you.
And you could be me?
For just 1 hour.
If you could find a way.
To get inside each other's mind.
Walk a mile in my shoes. Walk a mile in my shoes.
Walk a mile in.
Well, I got a message back from Ryan, but he says something that I haven't done before in the system, so I'll just kind of see if he gets back to me again.
How if belonging begins with
us. What is he trying to get you to do?
Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Okay, yeah. Usually Noah comes out and helps on something like that, but he's off today, but 10 seconds.
News Radio 1310 KNOX AM Grand Forks, 107.9 and 103.3 KNOX FM, translated on K239BG in Grand Forks and K277DN in Grand Forks.
1st and goal from the 8-yard line. A handoff for Waldorf and a stop of Javante Harper shy of the end zone. He'll get about 3 yards on the run. Welcome back here to KNOX and Mayville State football. There was an injury timeout, and that one came to an end as we are at 8:55 to go in the 3rd quarter, 14-14 game. 2nd down and goal from the 5-yard line is Waldorf trying to regain the lead. Jordan Cooper, the quarterback, calls out his cadence to his line. He'll line up with the tailback immediately behind him, and Tay Buchanan, who does have a rushing touchdown tonight, and the ball will go to Buchanan, run around the outside, gets put on a one-on-one situation. Now flags are down all over the field. There was one in the end zone, one at the 10-yard line, and judging by those positions, I think we're going to see a blindside block potentially coming, or a block in the back. Something, I believe it will be against Waldorf. Waiting for the official. Will be holding. Okay, so it was a hold. I thought it was going to be something on the block. And Mayville will decline. Instead, will opt for the 3rd down, as it was a loss of a couple yards. So 3rd down and goal from the 7-yard line. Mayville State declined a penalty earlier in the game. Waldorf ultimately making them pay. They wanted the 4th down instead. Waldorf, a play later, brings themselves inside of the red zone, and then a couple plays later into the end zone. 3rd and goal from the 7-yard line. The tailback this time is Javante Harper. And Cooper shot at the end zone. Looking for Huntley, incomplete, and a pass interference flag is down. So Sam Huntley gets brought down, and it's a pass interference. So we'll go half the distance of the goal, and it will reset the down marker. So Waldorf We'll get more opportunities here as we are stopped at 8:14 left in the third quarter. The officials discussing the call.
Pass interference, 21 defense. Ball occurred in the end zone. The ball is spotted at the 2-yard line. Automatic, first down.
Massa, they will go to the 2-yard line, automatic first down. So Waldorf will get a fresh set of downs from 2 yards out and a shot at the end zone. Jordan Cooper rallies his troops. There'll be a handoff and some movement at the 1-yard line and into the end zone. Javante Harper. And Javante Harper will score, and Waldorf regains the lead. It is 20-14, 8:07 to go in the third quarter.
Parker on for the point after attempt.
Harper will score his first touchdown of the game. As the extra point attempt is upcoming. So Harper gets the rushing touchdown. Connor Parker looking to get the extra point. The kick through the uprights. It is good. 21-14. Mayville State now trailing by 7. They'll get the ball back here in the third quarter. We'll return. You're listening to Comets Football on the Walls Medical Center Sports Network on KNOX. Back here in 30 seconds.
To your children's eyes to see the true magic of a forest. It's a storybook world for them. You look and see a tree. They see the wrinkled face of a wizard with arms outstretched to the sky. They see treasure in pebbles. They see a windy path that could lead to adventure. And they see...
Okay, 10 seconds.
Fearless guide to this fascinating world.
Find a forest near you and start exploring at discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the United States Forest Service and the Ad Council.
21-14. Waldorf leads Mayville State, and 3 to return the kickoff for the Comets. Davidson, Ducart. Actually, it will be just Davidson and Ducart to return the kickoff. Waldorf will put this one on the ground, takes a hop, but is picked up by Ullman at the 30-yard line, and he is brought down at the 35.
Ullman on the return.
So Ullman will get about 5 yards on the return. Mayville State went 3 and out on their only possession here in the second half. They are down by 7. It was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter, 14-14 at the half. Waldorf has picked up 283 yards of offense, just 144 for Mayville. Mayville has made those yards count. Salmon waits for the snap. First and 10 at their own 35-yard line is Mayville. It's a handoff. Ducart will reverse the other way of the field, has some open space to the 40, to the 45, upended at the 47-yard line, and a first down. The play was going to the far side of the field, and Ducart adjusted back to the near side, and he is now tapping the helmet. He wants to get off the field and take a break as they'll bring in Mason Ullman, but a nice run play and a 12-yard pickup. First and 10, Mayville at their own 47-yard line. One receiver either side for Tim Salmon, the quarterback. Snap a little high. He will go to Ullman, the running back, who stumbles through for about a 2-yard pickup. I think he just lost his footing on the turf, or else he may have snuck through about another extra yard or two on the play, as it's a 2nd down and 8. Comets trying to answer back, down 21-14, about 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Ray Smith on the far side, Javion Davidson on the near side. 2nd down and 8, ball at the 49-yard line. Tight end gets put in motion. Salmon has the ball on the snap, has time, needs to find an open receiver, now gets pressured, the rusher loses his footing, he'll roll out to the far side and throws on the run, incomplete, and that was to avoid the big loss Joe Halverson lost his footing. He was the rusher, and that helps Mayville catch a break on that as Salmon just throws it away. Salmon will throw it away. It's a 3rd down and 8. So Salmon a 3rd down and 8. He will drop back shoulder to shoulder with Mason Ullman. Rather, he'll be just in front of Mason Ullman. 2 far side receiver, 1 on the near side. Salmon has the ball. Takes his time. Shot deep downfield has Smith, and Smith, touchdown! We have not gotten the call from the official. No catch.
Salmon's pass to number 19, Reese Smith, incomplete.
Would have been a 51-yard touchdown. Instead, it will be a 4th down. Salmon just reared back and took that shot at the end zone. And the Comets will punt. They are unable to get past that first down.
Pass deep for the Warriors, number 34, Seth Oaks.
It'll be Oaks to return the punt, which is set to come off the foot of Caden Johnson. So Waldorf up 21-14, 6:22 left in the 3rd quarter. We'll get the football. Here comes the punt, and this one on the near sideline, out of bounds somewhere about the 35. Tell you what, not only would that have tied the game, but that would have energized this Mayville State sideline. Also would have helped them surpass 200 total yards of offense. Waldorf, 1st and 10. Ball at their 43-yard line. There'll be 1 receiver out on either side. Jordan Cooper out there with his offense. And Cooper will be a handoff. Malesi with the ball, and Malesi rather with the ball, and he is down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 2.
Mullenberg on the tackle, along with 23, Richard Shelton.
So 2 yards on the pickup for Waldorf.
2nd and 8 for the Warriors.
Warriors, a nationally ranked team, looking to win their first North Star title. They are 1-0 in the conference right now. 2 receivers out towards the numbers on the far side of the field. 2nd down and 8. Play action, a shot, and it's caught by Huntley. Catches it at the 50. Won't get much more than that, if anything extra at all. But the ball keeps moving upfield for Waldorf. About a 3rd down and 3. So Huntley picks up 5 yards on the reception. Clock continues to move as we get towards 5 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. This quarter has belonged to the Warriors. They lead 7-0. Not the points as much as it has been controlling time and place in this game. 3rd down and 4 at the 49-yard line. It'll be a run and maybe a 1st down. We'll see what the official signals as rushing his way through the pile. Malesi will get through.
Tackle made by number 30, Andrew Roberts.
And it will be a 1st down. 1st down, number 17 for Waldorf.
46.
First and 10, ball at the 46-yard line, plus territory for Waldorf. They lead by 7, and another run. Malesi will pick up...
Malesi on the carry.
Malesi will pick up a couple more yards on that one.
Richard Shelton on the stop.
Be about a 2nd down and 7. Yeah, 3 yards, mostly on the run. He'll get 3. 4:15 and counting to go in the 3rd quarter. Waldorf leads by 7. Jordan Cooper has the snap. Be another one. Molsey with the run, this time up to the 39-yard line.
Molsey on the carry. Tackle by number 14, Anthony Johnson.
They'll give him about 3 on the run, and now a 3rd down and 5. Waldorf obviously would feel a little bit better about this game with more than just a touchdown lead, but the way this drive is gone, they are also hoping to see how close they can extend this drive into our final quarter of play here at Jerome Berg Field. Man gets set in motion, and Oaks, he'll line up on the slot right side. Cooper coming back, looks at Oaks, throws on the run. This one is caught into the hands of Adams, and he'll have the first down and maybe a few extra yards as finally the pile is pushed to the 30-yard line. So about a 10-yard completion and another first down for Waldorf.
Number 5, Denzel Levy. First down for the Warriors on the Comet 31-yard line.
First and 10 at Mayville's 31-yard line. If we can get an update from that other North Star game going on today. 23-0, Dickinson leads. 5 minutes left in the third quarter there against Iowa Wesleyan. First and 10 at Mayville's 31-yard line, throwing towards the flat. And it will be a pickup of about 5 yards as this one connects with Seth Oaks.
Tackle made by number 15, Jordan Richardson. Brings up a second and 5.
It was Jordan Richardson, the safety, who made the tackle. 5 more yards coming for Waldorf. Surpassing 300 yards of total offense in this game. Second down and 5. They're at the Comets' 26-yard line as we get closer to 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Snap to Cooper, handoff. He will go to his tailback, and that is Buchanan, who couldn't find space up the middle, rolls to the outside, and he is down at the 20. Buchanan gets 6, and it'll be another first down. Waldorf has now found their way inside of the RBB Electric red zone. First and 10 at the 20, under 2 minutes to play in the third quarter. Obviously, any drive that ends in the touchdown is a good drive, but for Waldorf, I feel this is the most where they've not just kept the ball moving and kept the chains moving, but have taken up so much time here in this quarter. Play action and a hit. The ball is loose. Loose football, and the Comets will get it. Fumble recovery for Mayville State. Richard Shelton will pick up the forced fumble, and the Comets will get the football at their 30-yard line. The big hit came. It was a forced fumble, and the Comets have it.
Sack on the play by number 52, Devin Woods.
Devon Woods will be credited with the sack and the forced fumble. Mayville State feeling some energy here with a minute 36 to go in the third quarter. First and 10 at their 32-yard line. Tim Salmon and company out on the field. And it'll be a handoff. Dukart with the ball is stopped at the 30 and will be a loss of 2. Make that a loss of a yard and a second down and 11. See if the Comets can turn that momentum from the turnover into some offense. By the time this ball gets snapped, will be about a minute left in the third quarter. Mayville State down 21-14 here against Waldorf at Jerome Berg Field. Inside of a minute to go in the third quarter. Dukart to the right of his quarterback. Salmon has the snap, looks around, looks near side. Short connection to Davidson, and Davidson picks up some blocking, and he'll get some positive yards.
Tackle on the play by number 30.
Halverson making the stop. Davidson will get about 3 or 4 yards on the pickup, and now we have an injured player down on the field, and that will be Javion Davidson. And strike that. I was a little conservative on the positive yards. There will be a third down and 5. They pick up 6. Ball to the 37-yard line, but an official's timeout. This timeout brought to you by Budget RV. We will be back. You're listening to Comets Football on KNOX.
Time at the lake, trips, and summer activities are coming to an end.
Well, we figured out we got a page of old commercials in here, so just let me know how much time you want.
Injured Javion Davidson for Mayville State being helped to the near sideline. He had a catch for 6 yards to help his team move the football to a 3rd down and 5 at their 37. Welcome back to Comets Football on KNOX and a Revard's Turf and Forge Radio Network. 21-14, Waldorf leading the Comets here at homecoming. 3rd down and 5 at their own 37 are the Comets. 37 seconds in counting as the clock has been started to go in the 3rd quarter. Tim Salmon will come out to an empty backfield as he'll have 3 receivers far side, 1 on the near side. And the snap underway. It comes. He drops back, has some blocking, picks up a good extra block. Now upfield, gets a miscommunication with his teammates, and he is tackled back at the 30. So a loss of 7. Salmon was trying to run through his blockers, and it just kind of collapsed in on him after eluding the tackle. Could not find an open receiver downfield, and on this extra opportunity at offense caused by the fumble, it's now a 4th and long coming from Mayville State as quarter number 3 is in the books. We have played 3 full quarters out here at Jerome Burke Field, and North Star football, Waldorf 21, Mayville State 14. Back for the final 15 minutes in 1 minute. You're listening to KNOX.
Since 1957, Nichols Tillage Tools have set the bar high for tillage tools, and we are happy to offer them at Spray Advantage. Hello, this is Drew with Spray Advantage. Now is the time to replace your discs, chisels, and fertilizer knives on your farm tillage units. Also, don't forget, if you are upgrading your hydro systems, we carry coolers, manifolds, and hose to keep those systems going too. So stop out to Spray Advantage now to get all the parts you need for your tillage and hydro systems on your farm running with maximum efficiency. Spray Advantage of Grand Forks. Everything you need for tillage and hydrous accessories on your farm.
How well do you know your personal health scoreboard?
Did you want a minute on that or 30 seconds?
Detect illness before symptoms begin, including keeping track of your blood pressure, cholesterol, and more.
So we come back after this.
To schedule an appointment, visit alltrue.org or call 701-780-5000.
And the Comets will punt the football, and it comes out at the 49-yard line into Waldorf territory. Welcome back to our final quarter of play here on our Walls Medical Center Sports Network on KNOX. Comet football, homecoming for Mayville State. Hanging tough here against number 24 ranked Waldorf. It is 21-14, and to close out that 3rd quarter, Waldorf had a drive that they just were moving the ball at will. They were getting first downs. They were burning off time, and it looked like they were going to end that 3rd quarter, at least with the football still in their hand. And it was a forced fumble. I believe Woods will be credited with that forced fumble that was picked up by Shelton, and that is how the Comets got that last shot at offense. Here comes the first play on this drive, and it's no gain for Waldorf in a 2nd and 10.
Tackle made by Balin Mullenberg. Gain of 1 brings up a 2nd and 9 for the Warriors.
And Waldorf maybe gets a yard on that play. It's a 2nd down and 9. Jordan Cooper will bring his offense to the far hash. 2 near side receivers, empty on the far side of the field. Snap to Cooper will be a handoff. And did not see who got it, but it'll be a gain of about 8.
Wolsey on the run. Taken out of bounds by number 5.
Wolsey will get the run, and he'll pick up about 8. And it's now a 3rd down and 1.
Brings up a 3rd and 3 for the Warriors.
So I'd rather strike that. He'll get 6. It's a 3rd down and 3 for the Warriors there at Mayville State's 45-yard line. And the Comets, or rather the Warriors, are going to take as much time as they can, keeping this ball out of the hands of the Comets. Cooper, play action, pump fakes. This one up the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Malik Adams.
Cooper's pass to Adam falls incomplete. Brings up a 4th down for the Warriors.
4th down and 3 for Waldorf, and they will punt. They have not punted in quite a stretch here. Isaac Burgett will punt, so Mayville will get a look at offense down 21-14. Our 3rd quarter just underway, 13:55 left to play. Stay tuned after the game for our Spray Advantage post-game show. Everything you need from chemicals and spraying applications on your farm. We'll also name our PS Garage Doors Player of the Game. The PS stands for Perfect Service. Navy is back to return the punt, and he'll call for the catches. This one will... Did it touch down in the end zone? I didn't see. It was touched at the 1 yard line. If it is, it's going to be a great punt for the Warriors, and looks like they have pinned Mayville to their 2 yard line. Credit the flanker for Waldorf for getting there to avoid this one coming into the end zone, and they will switch out the football as Mayville needs to get about 15 yards so they can get some breathing room here and really focus on finding the end zone. But right now it's avoiding giving up the ball inside of your own territory. Salmon will be inside of his own end zone. Ducart will be his tailback. Strike that. Ullman will be his tailback. 1st and 10. Mayville at their own 2 yard line. And Ullman gets the handoff, and Elise maybe returns it to that line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd down and 10. This time we'll push him over to the far side hash. Comets have not had the lead in this game. They have tied it first at 7 and then at 14. Have not found an answer for that last Waldorf touchdown as it's 21-14. 2nd and 10. Mayville at their own 2 yard line. Salmon rolls out in his end zone still. Plants his feet, comes to throw, and incomplete. And a flag will come out. Reese Smith was the intended receiver, and I think they're going to get pass interference.
Ball's incomplete, but a flag on the play.
The flag will come out. Waldorf sideline not happy with that call, as it will give 15 yards coming to Mayville. Believe it will be Strickland who is going to be called.
Pass interference, 19, defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
So it'll be an automatic first down and a 15-yard pickup.
We don't have a 19. Correction, number 9.
And it's Will Strickland. And they said 19 originally. It's actually 9, Strickland. So Mayville will have the football now at their 17-yard line. 1st and 10 at their 17, down 21-14, 12:57 left in the game. So the Comets happy to take that pass interference call. Salmon lines up. Offset 2 receivers near side. And he'll fake a pitch, rolls out immediately on him is Halverson. He needs to get rid of the football to avoid the loss, and the ball comes loose, and they're going to say it's a fumble. No, they're going to say it's a pass. The official saying that Salmon was in the throwing motion when the ball hit the ground, so instead of the loss or the scoop and score, it instead will be a 2nd down and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 for the Comets.
That was close. I could see a call like that going either way. If you're a Comet fan, obviously you're happy with the way that call goes. A 2nd down and 10, you're at your 17. Not only do you not lose the football, but you stop game time as time being so precious, down by 7. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap to Salmon will go to Ullman. Ullman a move to the right, gets some positive yards, and is shy of a first down. Will get about 8. No, they'll give him 10.
Mason Ullman on the carry. That's enough for that
first down for the Comets. 14 in this game.
Ball is on the count of 27.
Comets will have the ball on their 27-yard line. Fresh set of downs for Mayville State, down by 7. Ullman gets the handoff, a cut towards the right side, and he is stopped at the 30, about a 2.5-yard pickup. Comets come into this game averaging 78 rushing yards. They have surpassed that number here with a whole quarter of football left to play. You know, they have picked their spots well as it's a 2nd down and 7. Ball up to the 30. 21-14 advantage for Mayville State. For Waldorf over Mayville State here at the Comets homecoming. Two receivers on the near side. Ullman, the tailback. Salmon, the snap. Will go to Ullman. Cuts towards the outside and is able to bring himself up to the 35-yard line. And a 3rd down and 2.
Tackle made by number 57, Powell.
Malik Flowers will come from the near sideline. He'll come out to the field for Mayville. Chance Danner, the tight end, will come towards the near sideline. So they're going to put some speed out there on the flat with Flowers on the near side, or rather far side. Davidson on the near side. Also, I believe Reese Smith will be at the slot far side. 3rd down and 2. Comets at their own 35-yard line, down by a touchdown. Salmon drops back, connects with Ullman. Ullman at least trying to get the first down, and he will. He'll make the catch at the flat, and he was upended by Tyler Dennis, the corner. Dennis just grabbing his ankle and bringing him down to the ground. Now a 1st and 10, Mayville at their 40. They continue to move upfield. Davidson on the near side, Smith on the far side. Ullman, the tailback. Derek Frederick, the tight end, to the right of Salmon. Play action. Salmon rolls out right side. Gets pressure. Throws, and it's into the stands.
Salmon's pass sails out of bounds. Brings up a 2nd and 10.
Second down and 10. We are stopped with 10:10 left to play. Comets down by a touchdown. We are in the 4th quarter of this North Star matchup. Salmon gets the handoff. We'll go to Ullman, who immediately is greeted by Joe Halverson. We'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. And Ullman will get no gain. And now a 3rd down and 10. The Comets, this drive, which started at their 2-yard line, is starting to stall out here a little bit. They need to get a big play on this 3rd down. They'll bring Malik Flowers from the sideline. He'll be the slot receiver far side. At the numbers will be Reese Smith. Davidson will be the lone receiver on the near side. They will match him up with Tyler Dennis, the quarterback. 3rd down and 8. Comets at their 42-yard line. Extra rusher brought in. Salmon drops back. This one up the middle and tipped. Incomplete. Ullman was open around the 45, off his fingertips. Almost hit it to his teammate Malik Flowers. Instead, an incompletion. 4th and 8 for Mayville. And Caden Johnson comes out. The Comets will flip the field as Seth Oakes will take his spot as the punt returner.
Caden Johnson in the punt for the Comets. Number 34, Seth Oakes, back deep for the Warriors.
Warriors will get the ball with 9:22 left to play, leading by a touchdown. It is a 1-score game. And here comes the punt. Oakes will call for the fair catch. We'll make it at about the 18-yard line. We saw Waldorf do this last quarter. Of course, that ended with a fumble, and Mayville got the football back. But Waldorf is capable of those long, methodical, time-eating drives. And now with under 10 minutes to play, that's what I imagine Waldorf will try to do is take away seconds and minutes from the Mayville State Comets to keep them from trying to come back in this game. And Waldorf undefeated against NAIA programs this season, only lost against the D2 program. 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line. It'll be a handoff. Alicia run towards the outside and a first down as he finds his way coming out about the 34-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Warriors on their own 34.
Warriors a 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line. Inside of 9 left to play. Stay tuned for our Spray Advantage postgame show. We'll name our PS Garage Door player of the game. And here comes a run, and the ball squirts loose. The Comets will get it. The fumble is smothered by Andrew Roberts, and the Comets will get the football at Waldorf's 35-yard line. And for the second time this game, the Comets force a fumble. (21-14) on our all-true scoreboard. Comets down by a touchdown and an extra point will get good field position. Salmon waits for the snap. Dukart, the tailback. Dukart gets the handoff, gets jammed up by his own blocking, and is brought down by Daquan McCobb.
McCobb on the stop.
And will be no gain at a second down and 10. Second and 10, Comets at their 36. This opportunity coming from a forced fumble and a recovery. Snap a little high. Dukart the handoff. This time a little bit more open space. He is tackled yet again by McCobb, but he'll get a few yards on the pickup. Let's say about 3 or 4, and now Joe Halverson down on the field. A 4-yard pickup as we have a timeout here on the field. Timeout brought to you by Budget RV. Visit their website, budgetrvgf.com, to see their inventory for your new home away from home. 21-14 on our all-true scoreboard. It is Waldorf leading Mayville State here on homecoming as that injured player down here on the field. It was 7-0 at the end of the first quarter. Waldorf. Mayville State tied it at 7. Waldorf then went up by 14-7. Mayville State again would tie it. And that is where our score was at the half. Waldorf scoring a touchdown and an extra point in the third quarter, and that is where we've stood here so far. And that is where our score is with 7:38 left to play in the fourth quarter. Again, our post-game show coming up, and we'll name our player of the game. As now a few players are coming out to try to help Joe Halverson, the senior who has a team high 8 tackles, and is going to go to his far sideline as our timeout comes to an end. Our Budget RV timeout comes to an end. 7:38 left on our all-true scoreboard. 21-14, the advantage. Waldorf and Mayville, we'll see what their offense does here. $7:38 to play. Third down and 6. The Comets at Waldorf's 32-yard line. And Salmon play action towards the flat. Able to connect with Portillo. He'll get the first down before getting forced out of bounds by Strickland.
Number 3, Josh Portillo.
Josh Portillo will get the first down.
Ball is on the Warrior 24-yard line.
And ball will be at Waldorf's 24-yard line. Ball on the far hash. Comets looking for the equalizer here, down by 7 points, inside of 7 to play. And some early movement, and it looks like it's Davidson, and it will be against Mayville State, and they will lose some yards. Officials talking about it here at the 40-yard line as we have a stoppage in play. As the conversation here continuing, and now we'll get the official call.
Personal foul, disconcerting signals 27 of the defense, causing the offensive player to move. It's a half the distance to the goal penalty, first down.
So it will be on Tuan Collymore, the corner, disconcerting symbols coming. So that will be half the distance to the goal. So the Comets will get inside of the red zone. They will get the ball at the 12-yard line. They are inside the RBB Electric red zone. Six minutes, 40 seconds and counting left on our all-true scoreboard. Mayville State down by 7. Snap a little high. Ducart, the handoff, comes right up the middle and is brought down at the 10. Ducart will get about 2 or 3 yards on that run. Quan McCobb will make the tackle. It'll be a pickup of 2. Ball on the 10-yard line. Remember, the advantage, a little bit of an extra advantage the Comets will have on this drive is that they need to get to the 2-yard line. If they get stopped at the 2-yard line, yes, they won't get the points, but yes, they'll get a fresh set of downs. So something to keep in mind, a little bit of an extra advantage Mayville has here trying to tie this game. Salmon will put Ducart, his running back, to his left side. He comes back, looks, pass towards the back of the end zone, incomplete. Salmon's pass was intended for Chance Danner. And now a 3rd down and 8 for the Comets at Waldorf's 10-yard line. 5:41 to go. Our all-true scoreboard stopped here. Play coming from the near sideline for the Comets. 20 seconds on the play clock. Interested to see playing the number 24 team in the nation here in the NAIA. Do you get the touchdown? Do you go for 2? Do you make that attempt to just try to take the lead now? Snap to Salmon. Looks back. He's got to roll out to the near side. Trying to find some open receivers. Has some pressure on him. Needs to get rid of this football to avoid the loss. Plants his feet, comes to throw. It's in time. Caught at the back of the end zone. Is it a touchdown? It is! The Comets have gotten the touchdown. It is Reese Smith with the reception. Fantastic play. Tim Salmon was running around field. Was quick, but he didn't hurry. Grace under fire, and we have a 21-20 game. And the Comets coming out here. Lacombe will attempt the extra point and try to make it a 20-20 game. Several times it looked like the Comets were just dead to rights. As here comes that extra point attempt. And the kick, that is good. And it is 21-21. Mayville State has come back here to tie it against number 24 ranked Waldorf with 5:24 left to play. We'll step aside. Back in 30 seconds. It's Comets football on KNOX.
Hugo's helps. Purchase private label products at your favorite Hugo's and save the UPC.
Wow, right at the end. Can you believe that?
Profit. Labels like Essential Everyday, Wild Harvest, Super Chill, and more. For more information, log on to gohugos.com.
It may be fall, but there's plenty of mowing left to do. Crown Auto Sales and Power Sports has an awesome selection of Spartan zero-turn lawnmowers available at
8 seconds.
Discounts with easy financing. Crown Auto Sales and Power Sports, just west of Pizza Ranch in Grand Forks.
On the all-true scoreboard, the game-tying touchdown and extra point. That is Reese Smith with the catch in the end zone, and Mayville State has tied it with Waldorf 21-21, 5:24 to go. And on homecoming, Mayville State has gotten this crowd going. Jerome Burke Field is rocking. And here's the kickoff. This one on the ground, and it is touched at about the 25-yard line. And Waldorf looking for a big return as the play will come out. And the far sideline, Waldorf is saying there should be a horse collar. Now a flag comes down. And I don't know if that's going to be the horse collar they're looking for, if it was words coming to the officials from the far sideline. A discussion from the officials. I'm going to talk this one over. And again, when you have a play like that coming right in front of your own sideline, and, I can't say 100% disagree, at least from my angle, if Waldorf thinks there should have been a horse collar on that play, but it tends when it's right in front of you, you get caught up in the motion and you say stuff on the sideline. So I don't know if that's what's being talked about right now. And now we'll get the official call from the White Hat.
No penalty play for an illegal tackle. The tackle brought him down sideways. First down.
So there'll be a no penalty on an illegal tackle. Waldorf will have the ball at their 36-yard line, 1st and 10. Comet's got that opportunity to get that touchdown on a fumble recovery. They have forced 2 turnovers against Waldorf. 5:18 to play. And it'll be a run attempt, and some good moves coming from Harper as he extends this one to the 40. He was moving towards the far side of the field and started slowly cutting his way back. I shouldn't say slowly, quickly moving his way back towards the near sideline. He'll get 5 yards on the play. It's a 2nd down and 5, and there's a down Comets player. And Navy went down, was slow to get up. The officials called the timeout. He got to his feet, but they're saying he's going to have to leave the field, so Evan Martin will come in for Mayville. Second down and 5. Waldorf at their 41-yard line. 4 minutes, 45 seconds and counting is all that is left on our all-true scoreboard. Dropping back is Cooper. Cooper will throw a little too much on this one. Intended for Javante Harper. Now stop time with 4:36. Both teams have all 3 timeouts remaining.
Let's hear you, Comet fans. Let's go. Get this up.
Waldorf trying to figure out what they want to do with their offense. I think they had too many players. No. Yeah, they just could not figure out what they want to do with their offense. So they want to take a timeout. Waldorf will use one of their timeouts. It is a budget RV timeout. 4:36 left to play. It is 21-21 on our all-true scoreboard. College football on KNOX is back in 30 seconds.
Call Absolute Refrigeration at 787-1200 for all things commercial refrigeration, from new store builds to remodels to ice machine cleaning and repair. Absolute Refrigeration has you covered. Absolute Refrigeration, when staying cool absolutely matters.
Hello?
Yeah, is your refrigerator running?
Not again.
Because it should be.
Keep your refrigerator and all your appliances running like new.
9 seconds.
Bud and Ralph's Appliance Service. Bud and Ralph's has been making house calls in the greater Grand Forks area since 1986.
4 minutes, 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's Comets football on KNOX. Mayville State 21, Waldorf University 21. It is Waldorf's football, 3rd down and 5 at their own 41-yard line, and they will set a man in motion. They'll get 3 receivers on the near side as Oaks settles in the slot. Dropping back is Cooper. Cooper, big shot downfield. Malik Adams is open and will drop it at the 15-yard line. Had hands on the football, was trying to reel it in, and will lose it in a 4th down. Waldorf will punt this to Mayville, and the Comets will be driving for the lead, which would be their first of the game.
In the punt is number 36, Isaac Friet. Denzel Navy back deep for your Comets.
Navy is back to return for Mayville. Burgett will do the punting for Waldorf. And this punt will spiral down, will touch down at the 25, takes a Comet roll, and is touched at the 30-yard line. So the Comets will have the ball at their 30. Last punt that came pinned Mayville at their 2-yard line. They were able to extend that drive. 1st and 10, Mayville at their 29-yard line, 4:19 left to play. Again, if you're Mayville, are you going to take what you get from Waldorf? But you're going to also, again, be mindful of time and how much you can run down. The offense will come out. Reese Smith will take his spot as a receiver on the far side. Javion Davidson will be near side. Ullman will be the tailback. Tight end will be Chance Danner. So it looks like they'll have Frederick and Danner, so 2 tight ends out there on the field. Salmon awaits for the snap, 1st and 10 from their own 29-yard line. Again, Mayville going to drive to take the lead. Ullman gets the handoff, bounces around the middle, keeps churning forward, and is brought down at the 32-yard line. He'll pick up 3 yards.
Tackle made by number 91, Page.
So a 2nd down and 7.
For the Comets.
Inside of 4 minutes now left to play. Second down and 7 at their own 32. 2 receivers far side, 1 near side. Salmon the snap. Will throw towards the flat, and it is bobbled by Flowers and incomplete. The Warriors and Comets played through the football thinking it may have been called live, but it'll be an incompletion. We'll stop time with 3:36 to play. 21 all on the All True scoreboard. Post-game show coming up here, and it's going to be a heck of one to talk about how this game finishes and how things have shaped up. Waldorf has given up the tying touchdown twice in this game. Mayville has never held the lead. Flowers and Smith, far sideline. Near side, Davis, I should say far numbers. Salmon will call for Ullman to be on his right shoulder. And it's Ullman will get the pass and drops it. And it's incomplete.
Salmon's pass to Ullman falls incomplete.
And 4th down, Mayville will punt the football.
In the punt, number 12, Caden Johnson. Back for the Warriors, number 34, Seth Oaks.
Seth Oaks back to return the punt. He will stand at the 40. Oaks, or rather the Comets will have Johnson punt from about the 18-yard line. And this one, skied. Oaks will call for the catch and will grab it and holds it tight and hits the ground. He did not want to lose that football, as the Comets have forced 2 turnovers in this game. 3 minutes, 23 seconds left on the All True scoreboard, and a 21-all contest homecoming for the Comets. This one will be put at Waldorf's 33-yard line. I would imagine before this offense broke the huddle, Coach Finley and company were preaching ball security right now for Waldorf. Warriors have 2 timeouts remaining. Mayville has all 3. Here comes Cooper Johnson and company. And it's a running play. It goes to the hands of Harper, who was upended at the 40-yard line. Richard Shelton picks up another tackle. That is 14 for the sophomore in this game, and it will be an 8-yard pickup.
2 for the Warriors.
2nd down and 2 for Waldorf, just inside of 3 minutes to play. And another handoff. This one again will be corralled to the outside. Harper unable to pick up some yards. In fact, it may be a loss for Harper. And now with 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd and 4.
Third down and 4, so a loss of 2. 2:47 left to play. And Mayville feeling it, trying to get that quick, throwing it out. Dropping back. Cooper getting pressured, throws, and it may just be enough for a first down. It is. It's into the hands of Sam Huntley. Huntley will make the catch at the 45-yard line, so a first down coming in for Waldorf. 1st and 10 at the Warriors' 45-yard line. 2.5 left to play. Snap to Cooper, a handoff. Lacey the run. He is brought down at the 49-yard line, so a pickup of 6 yards.
On the carry.
Connor Parker, the kicker for Waldorf. I know a little early in this drive to start having this conversation. He has 2 field goals on the season. He is 2 for 2, his longest 39 yards. So that's in the back pocket of Waldorf here in this 21-all game under 2 minutes to play. Dropping back is Cooper, and he will connect for a first down. Sam Huntley tackled at the 36-yard line. That is a 14-yard completion.
Tackle made by number 30, Andrew Roberts. 1st and 10 for the Warriors on the Comet's 37.
And 1st and 10, Waldorf at Mayville State's 37-yard line, and this has been their best drive of the quarter so far. Throw towards the flat, comes to Oakes. Oakes eludes a tackle and finally stopped at the 35. Oakes got past the first line of defense and is stopped for a pickup of 2 and a down player for Mayville. That is Andrew Roberts. And we're going to get an official timeout. And actually, I think they're going to charge Waldorf with a timeout. Yeah, Waldorf's going to take a timeout. 1 minute, 20 seconds to play. 21-21 on the all-true scoreboard. We are back in 30.
You remember where you got your first pair of skates as a kid? For most of us in the Grand Cities, it was Jarrell's and Hockey World on South Washington. After you learned to skate, back to Jarrell's to get your first stick and a puck, then all your pads, top to bottom. Jarrell's and Hockey World, 1004 South Washington, Grand Forks.
Franzen Bank and Trust is a financial resource for all types of businesses. They have all the loan programs, including SBA, deposit products, and treasury management.
6 seconds.
For you, call 780-7700 or franzenbank.com.
It is military appreciation game.
21-21 on the all-true scoreboard. 1 minute 20 left to play. Mayville State trying to stop Waldorf, who is driving here for the win. 2nd down and 8, Warriors at Mayville's 35-yard line. Waldorf ranked number 24 in the latest NAIA poll. 3 receivers out on the far side. 1 lone receiver near side of Malik Adams, who's been one of the favorite targets today of Jordan Cooper. Cooper comes back, has some time, looks near side, and he's brought down at the 45-yard line. Devon Woods with the sack. He had an assist from some of his teammates, but the Warriors will lose some yards, and it's going to be a 3rd down and long. We'll see where they spot the football. And what this does is obviously makes it a 3rd and long, but field goal range no longer a factor for Waldorf. And with 45 seconds to go, 3rd down and 18, Mayville is just playing to force us into overtime. Trips left, 1 near side. Harper will be sent out towards the flat. Snap comes to Cooper. Cooper, a shot up the middle, connects with Huntley, and Huntley is down at the 20. 27 seconds to go. Waldorf has 1 timeout left. 27 seconds to play. Clock is running. They need to down the football, and they will. Jordan Cooper will stop time with 22 seconds to play. And now Waldorf having a conversation at their far sideline. Cooper stays out here. And on a second down and 10 at Mayville's 21-yard line, 22 seconds left to play. Waldorf, I believe, will take one last play here as it's handoff to Harper, and Harper to about the 15-yard line. He is stopped. And no, the pile keeps moving. It's into the end zone. It's a touchdown. Looks like play was dead at the 15, and instead Harper gives the extra push. And Waldorf scores with 12 seconds to play to lead 27-21. I had lost sight of that play. Again, it looked like Harper was down.
Parker in for a point after adjust.
And instead, it's the go-ahead touchdown from Waldorf. And Parker will attempt the extra point. And here comes the kick. The kick is good. It is 28-21, 12 seconds left, and Mayville, trailing here, will get one last shot to try to come back here and at least tie it against Waldorf. They'll have 3 timeouts. They'll have 12 seconds to try to do it. I still cannot believe that run for the go-ahead touchdown. Again, I had thought that play had died somewhere around the 15. Javante Harper instead was able to leg that one out. It was a 9-play, 67-yard scoring drive. 28-21 on the all-true scoreboard. Waldorf leads, and Mayville, again, 12 seconds to come upfield, get a touchdown, get an extra point, and try to force overtime.
Davison and Dukart back deep for the Comets.
Dukart and Davidson will be the returners. And this one on the ground, picked up by Ullman at the 25-yard line. Will go towards the outside. A good-sized return as he is down at the 42-yard line.
Ullman on the return.
7 seconds left to play. What do you do if you're Rocky Larson and the Mayville State Comets? What is in that playbook you can do to try to make up some ground? The offense is out right now for the Comets. 1st and 10 at their 41-yard line. Again, they are down by 7, and now they'll take a timeout.
Timeout. Mayville State University. First timeout of the half.
If you're lucky, if you're Mayville State, maybe 2 plays, but really at least 1. Comets came back after being down by, they fell behind early by 7, tied it at 7, fell behind by another 7, tied it at 14. And then Waldorf took the lead 21-14. Mayville State with 5:24 left to play. It was Salmon to Smith for a 10-yard touchdown completion. It was a tie ball game. And then Javante Harper, a 21-yard touchdown run with 12 seconds left. Again, I thought Harper was down at the 15-yard line, and I wonder if some of the defense thought the same. And then before you know it, the pile is in the end zone, and we're kicking an extra point. Timeout comes to an end. 7 seconds left to play. First and 10, Comets at their 41-yard line. Salmon drops back, quick throw towards the flat, and it's a completion. The ball gets brought out of bounds.
Salmon pass to followers complete.
Prevent defense right now by Waldorf, and Mayville State will take another one of their timeouts. Timeout is brought to you by Budget RV. Visit their website, budgetrvgf.com, to see their inventory for your new home away from home. 3 seconds left. Mayville State down by 7. Our Spray Advantage post-game show coming up. We'll name our Pace Garage Door player of the game, and there is a lot to pick from here. Second down and 4. Comets at their 47-yard line. And more than likely will be the last play that they can run this game. They need to go 53 yards. Salmon comes back, has some time, and he is brought down. The ball is in the air, and it doesn't matter because the clock gets to 0, and a flag is put down. And wait a minute, there's a flag down on the field. Waldorf celebrating, and all right, it'll be an intentional grounding. It'll be on Mayville. Obviously, will be declined as we have a final. Mayville State falls short of their upset bid against number 24 ranked Waldorf. Our final on the All True scoreboard, it is Waldorf 28, Mayville University 21.